lot of people treat YouTube like it's their life. So, you know what I mean? Hey, you know, you like it, I love it. But like I always say, this shit is programming, y'all. What I say, y'all, on my streams, for y'all who watch me and for y'all who follow me. Programming. Programming.
Shout it fast.
Television. Programming. Facebook. Programming. Twitter. Programming. Instagram. Programming. Television. Programming. Facebook. Snapchat. Programming. Twitter. Programming. Instagram. Programming.
Finally got it going, people. What's going on? What's going on? Happy Sunday to everybody. Hopefully everybody having a good Sunday. Hopefully it's a stress-free Sunday. I know that's probably easier said than done. But in any event, hopefully y'all making the best of your day. Well, let me get on with it. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all witnessing another Team Chris production. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watching this show. As always, thanks to everybody who's watching, and thanks for everybody who's showing support, and thanks for everybody who's participating. I'm your host with the most, Chris Thorns, and let's get it cracking. Let me get some shout outs, see who up in here already. I see Joe up in there. Hey, boo, how you doing? My man Ace Thunder up in that piece. What's going on, homie? Who else up in here? Oh, shit, my man Noble up in here. What's going on, homie? My man Marique. He up in there. Can everybody still hear me? Cause the screen I'm looking at look like it switched up. So is everybody can everybody still hear me? Let me know y'all can still hear me. Can everybody still hear me? Y'all let me know y'all can still hear me because I see one of the screens I'm looking at is stopped. But hopefully y'all can still hear me. All right, my man Nova said he can hear me. He said he can hear me. That's what's up. All right. He say he just chilling. Hopefully everybody else just chilling. Even though my screen is frozen, can y'all still see the stream? Can y'all still see the stream? Because I'm finna switch screens where y'all can have a call-in number. So y'all can call in. Can y'all see the screen? Is the stream going good for y'all? Okay, y'all saying that the sound is good. I need to know if y'all see the stream. Okay, I know y'all can hear me. I need to know, can y'all see the screen? Because the screen that I'm looking at is frozen, but hopefully y'all can still see the screen. Can y'all still see the screen? Is the stream still running smooth? And which it should, because I ain't got no frame drops. All right, somebody said my stream is clear. Cool. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know right there. Y'all can see the stream. All right, so check it. Because I got a mouthful to say, and I'm pretty much sure some of y'all do too. So, get this stuff out the way. Okay, appreciate it, no. Okay, I didn't know that, bro. Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I just switched the screen. Now you see all my information, but we got an extra at the bottom. We got a call-in number. And for those of you who can't see it, the call-in number is 712-432-3496. And once you call in, you will hit the PIN number 275704. If y'all give me a minute, I need to call it in my damn self. How the hell I'm gonna start so I ain't called in my damn self? Ain't there some shit? So, where we at right here? And Parway, if you call, bro, I'm gonna get you first, fam. I'm gonna get you first.
Welcome to your select shared calling service.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get you first, fam. All right.
Thank you for calling Totally Free Conference Calls. If you would like to host your own free teleconference, please go to www.totallyfreeconferencecalls.com for immediate activation. Please enter your passcode, followed by the pound sign to join your conference.
Yo, what's up? You had called into the Chris Thorne Show.
There we
I'm your
go.
host with the most, Chris Thorne. Thanks for calling. Sit back, enjoy, listen, and I will get to you as soon as possible. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Let me go to my screen. Where is it?
You will now be placed into the conference.
All right. Sounds good to me, baby. We already got somebody up in here. All right. I don't need to do that. This is what I need to do right here. All right, cool. Now I got that up. Got the screen up. So we got somebody from North Carolina waiting. I'll get to you in just a minute. As a matter of fact, the first 6 numbers 901. 910271. I need to find out who that is. Who first 6 is 910271? Who is that? I told her I dare to call in about her most. Is that what happened, Brandon? Is that what happened? All right. So check it out. First thing first, let me get to this story right here, man. I think this story right here is disgusting. It is, because it's a motherfucking ridiculous that now it is official. women have kids and have multiple children, but don't want them. And this lady dropped her children off at the Department of Family and Children office, and they say she told her children, I don't want kids anymore. I don't know what's up, but I don't see what's so hard if you don't want any kids, don't get pregnant, don't have any. Amen? I don't know what's so hard about that. I don't know what's so hard for a woman to make a man strap up before they do, like my man Noble say, the diddly. I don't know what's so hard about it. I mean, seriously, does dick make women go that crazy? That y'all just let multiple dudes go in y'all raw and then come all up in you and have multiple children? Is dick that crazy? Because I know cooch ain't that crazy to me. I love it, but it ain't that crazy to me that I'm going to stick my thing raw and just in it everybody. Amen? This story is crazy as hell. But the good thing about it is this woman got arrested. She thought she was going to get somewhere far, but she got arrested. And hold on, y'all. Then my man DJ called. Hold on. Brother Smooth.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, just getting well out of my brother's house here because we went to church this morning. So that's why I was like just sitting down there, like, we're trying to watch a movie and spend a little time because finding out some more stuff that's going on with our case here. And it's like it's getting deeper than Atlantis. Is the show on now?
Yeah, got a call in number up and everything, man. I think I got a couple of people who waiting on the line now. So go in the chat room, man, and when I see you up in there, I give you the call in number. You can call in too, bro. Now I'm mute you. We'll host the show together if you're going home.
Okay. I'm on the road right now, so I'm probably not gonna be able to call. So like, whenever I get back to the house, I'll like check that out and I'll just jump in the chat.
All right, no problem, bro. No problem.
All right, see you in a little bit.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right. All right, now where was I? Yeah, I mean, she got arrested. But here's the thing, though. Is she's going to do any time for what she did? Is she going to do any time for what she did? Is this considered a felony or misdemeanor? What it is? I'm not smart with the law, people, because I've never been in trouble like that. So I'm not smart with the law. Let me move my computer so I can see y'all. I'm not smart with the law, so I don't know. Maybe somebody help me out. Or maybe it's in the story. So let me read on some more of this story. So, it says a mom in Georgia has been arrested after she dropped her 3 children off at the Department of Family and Children office and told them she didn't want the kids anymore. A mom in Georgia is behind bars after she dropped her 3 children off at a Department of Family and Children office and told them she didn't want the kids anymore. According to an arrest warrant at 4:40 on Monday, Nikia Smith walked into the Cobb County DFAC office wanted to leave her children with them. The 3 children, Smith's 6-year-old daughter, 12-year-old son, and 14-year-old daughter. Wow. 6, 12, and 14. You an idiot. Were said to be visibly upset that their mother wanted to abandon them. I can imagine so. This woman must have thought that her kids mustn't have any feelings. I mean, seriously. This mother must feel like that her kids didn't have any feelings. She must drop them off and say, Dad, it's going to be all right, y'all. It's going to be all right. Mama going to be gone for a minute, but I'll be back. But at the same time, was showing signs she didn't want them. Paul Way, I'm gonna see if I can call you in. Then since you can't call the number, I'm gonna see if I can call you in. Yeah, do that, bro. Yeah. Do that. As a matter of fact, go ahead and call it now. You go ahead and call it now. DFAC quickly explained to Smith that they would not be able to take her children. They advised her, look, it's the end of the day. Come back tomorrow. We can work through some of this and make decisions, said Marietta police officer Brittany Wallace. According to Wallace, at that point, Smith abandoned her children in the lobby and left by herself. Oh, wow. As her children began crying, officers reportedly called Smith and tried to talk to her about what had happened. They continued to talk to her. Let's talk about this. Let's figure out a plan. They did tell her, if you do not return, we will take out a warrant for you. At that point in time, she made the comment, I would rather go to jail than take my children, than take back my children. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all. Way.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
What's going on, bro?
How you doing? So,
Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me get through reading this story, man. And I thought I could merge you in, but since I'm calling on a different number on the little line thing,
okay.
Also, I'm gonna have to talk to you and kind of make it brief, because I think we got other people on the line waiting. But I'm gonna get through reading the story, then I'm gonna look at the little call thing and see how many people we got. Because hell, as soon as I gave out the number, somebody called in.
I figured.
So just hold their horses.
So you want me to talk now, or you want me to give me a minute?
No. Give me a minute. Let me get through reading the story. Just stay where you at right now. Just give me a minute. Let me get through reading the story.
Got you.
This lady said she would rather go to jail than take back her children. The officer said, according to police, Smith later explained that she left her children because her oldest child had a mental disability and she could no longer afford the medication. Wow. Smith absolutely refused to take her children back home, so they were taken into protective custody while she was arrested. Some people think you can take your kid and drop them off at a fire department or drop them off at a DFAC, and they were glad to take them in. That is not the case. Amen, said Officer Wallace. Fox 5 Atlanta shared this heartbreaking story on Facebook, where 1,000 commenters shared their mixed feelings about the case. Thankfully, she didn't harm or kill them. Each day we read about children being abused, preached, or worse. Instead of putting her in jail, they should work with her to determine a plan to help the oldest child. It's sad that she saw this as her best option. I hope she receives help instead of a jail sentence. One woman wrote, I hate that she did that. I hate that she felt forced to do that because she could not afford them. I am glad she did it instead of the child going without the meds. She needs, and the possibility of neglect or abuse that could have happened, another addict. Okay, what I'm not understanding about this, why they feel like she don't deserve no jail time for what she did. I mean, you sit up there and left your children, your 3 children, which the people at the place, it wasn't their responsibility. That was your responsibility. And these kids done got up in age, but all of a sudden you don't want no kids anymore. I mean, what the fuck is going on? So why would somebody sit up there and say they don't feel like she need no jail time? She just need help, which she do need that, but she don't need jail. Okay, but if it was a man did that, it'd be a whole nother story. His ass need to go to jail. He should have laid down and had out them damn kids. But y'all want to say this woman don't deserve to go to jail? The fuck up out of here. Get up out of here. Get up out of here, bro. Get up out of here, man. That's a motherfucking ridiculous, man. That's motherfucking ridiculous. But go ahead, bro. You heard what I was talking about, man. You want to talk about this story? What you got you want to say, bro?
Are we on live now?
Yeah, we've been live. Yeah.
How you doing? How's everybody doing? All right, yeah, I was taking some notes on all of this, man. And I really wanted to call in the other night and talk about mental illness in the black community. How we have the women. If it's a woman, you'll have men that deify the woman too much to do anything about it, and you'll have the women that'll be too prideful to get anything done about it. You know what I mean? But I had a stepdad whose aunt raised him. She was 18 when he was born, so she was pretty much. So she always saw him as a baby. So when she lived with him and had a mental breakdown, it hurt him too much. even though he was a high school teacher who can deal with crazy kids, but couldn't handle mental illness in the black community. This is how bad it can be. It could either be the mother not able to raise a child because she's crazy, or because it could have the child. Like, I was listening to Tommy Sotomayor do a video about Maury and about how, going in again about how good black men are treated like shit, and how you'll damn near actually have. I remember seeing a dirty ass bum ass dude on Maury. Why would you go on Maury with this dirty ass dude and say he fucked you raw and he could possibly be the child's father? And he wasn't. This dirty ass nigga did a dirty ass dance. Word is one. If you watch, the guy didn't even have his real name. The guy's name was Ghost. I'll always remember that shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the thing about this is that as black people, we have no family, we have no culture, and we have no community. As black people, how we not come together and realize that there is no possible way we as black folks could be crazy, have any kind of mental illness, and to be that vulnerable to this culture that we imagine if LeBron went crazy with all that money. They take it, you know what I mean? If LeBron went crazy, his mom, everybody around him would run. If he bumped his head tonight off a fast break and went crazy, and come on, man, they rob him blind. We need to come together when it comes to mental illness or just anything about us as a people, because we have no unity. We shoot each other, we rob each other, and if there's any kind of vulnerability, we prey upon each other.
Absolutely.
If we get rich, we'll all of a sudden come for another person.
Absolutely.
That's where we are right now.
For my people in the chat room, maybe it's just frozen. I don't see it. With my thumbs, I probably can't see it because my screen froze. Are y'all thumbs?
It went frozen before, but we could see you. We can hear you perfectly. It was just the screen, probably. And I mean, yeah, because like you talking about a child that a woman doesn't want to raise. Like if it was more of a culture of black women understanding that a good black man is a good father and a good provider and provides a good safe home for a child. Remember how many children does this woman have?
Look like I saw 3.
And none of the other fathers are like, oh my God, this poor woman and these children and one of the children is mentally ill. No, because all 3 of them don't give a damn about her or about all 3 of them damn kids, because doctors and lawyers and black valedictorians weren't good enough for her. Not good enough for most of them. It's to the point now where good black men got to damn near act like thugs and be. Look at Plies. Plies is a fucking valedictorian. You know how well-spoken that motherfucker is? But if you put a gun to his head, you know how articulate he will tell you to let him live? Are you kidding me? I swear to God, that's what happened. Matter of fact, that was the story with Jamie Foxx when he was they caught him in L.A. and they put him under pressure. All that goon shit went out the fucking window. And then the sad part is that might have been an intelligent move on his hand. He said, "I ain't nothing but a nigga anyway. How am I gonna get some pussy? How am I gonna sell these records?" That might have been a logical move on his hand, because to that degree, black men damn near have to dumb themselves down to be accepted. I talked about that on my live stream, how we damn near coon for each other more than we coon for the white man. Just to be accepted. Smart black people gotta act dumb as fuck or get treated like a damn dog by your own damn people. I could build us a rocket and get us another planet, and we can fucking find more diamonds and blue sky and clean water. They taken from us here.
You know, you know what I find amazing about this story, whenever they do stories like this about children. Now, one time nobody said they try to find the father. Now, one thing I read in this story where they say they're trying to find the father.
Man, they on Instagram twerking and doing all kind of dumb shit trying to find a new father. The same damn kind of jackass they over there trying to attract. They've made a culture where good black men are treated like shit. There's no press for them. There's no anything. Like, you see fucking Empire last the whole season of Empire was all based around Cookie treating a dark-skinned dude with intelligence and a future ahead of him like shit. And taking a dude like Lucius, who treats all 3 of his kids like shit, and one of them's fucking got a mental illness. Don't get me fucking started, bro. This part of our culture. This is what the fuck we do to each other.
I haven't seen an episode Empire.
I like
I don't
music.
know how it is. I haven't seen an episode of Empire. I don't know how long, bro.
Yeah.
I'm one of them types, man. I get sucked into watching the show, but if I miss a couple of episodes, I mean, it really don't bother me none. I mean, I kind of lose interest in it, you know.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta,
I can't get into that shit.
I
That's
didn't watch
terrible.
that shit, but
That's
you
terrible.
know what I'm saying? When I get sucked into that shit and I watch a few episodes, I get sucked into it and I watch that shit. And that show,
I might as well watch wrestling if I'm gonna see somebody get
Right.
hit with a fucking
That
chair. 'Cause
show
I know
is-
it's a fucking trained athlete to do this shit.
that show is horrible.
Oh yeah.
Love
I used
it.
to I was doing YouTube. I was doing YouTube reviews
Mm.
back in my half a cent day, and review shows. And halfway into it, it turned into a rant about how horrible the shit I was watching. I did one about Being Mary Jane. I said halfway through this show, you know what it was? Being Mary Jane is so bad that when you watch it on demand, after every commercial break, they tell you to get a fucking AIDS test.
Mm.
They sell the what was it, the mouth Quick HIV home. They tell you if you're having what was it what's the word, the concurrent, they try to use a big word on your way. They say if you're having concurrent sexual partners, you might want to get an AIDS test. They literally had to tell people, yo, that's how bad this shit was. That's how mad I got watching this shit. You know what I mean? This shit's terrible. I mean, we're talking about fucking incest. Just to not get too off point. Oh, my bad. Just some of the shit. I've been wanting to call in for a while about a lot of different topics you've been on.
And it's
so
all good, bro. And it's all good. And I appreciate you was able to get in. But I'm
always got another Sunday to preach. My bad, bro.
Yeah, no, you
one
good.
thing real quick.
You good. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick.
I'm sorry, bro.
What is that show about, Mary Jane? What is that about? I have not seen one episode. What is that shit is about?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Being Mary Jane is a show with Gabrielle Union on BET. It was a show about her being a messy 30-something-year-old black woman who's a news anchor. You know what I mean? And she has one dude's side chick. You know what I mean? Her family's all fucked up. I couldn't get into too many. I couldn't get past the first season because the shit was real. It was fucked up. It was like some of this shit is social engineering. It's like they're literally poisoning us, you know what I mean, in specific ways and empowering thought, dumb shit, and getting far away from, like, they took all the Cosby shit down. You can't find a black family on TV. You damn sure not gonna find one on BET. You know what I'm saying? And being Mary Jane was a black woman whose whole family was fucked up, kind of to a degree. I think her niece got pregnant. Her older brother, because the security guards, you know, the black man can't be shit on that show. You know what I mean? And the one thing I got on the show is that they don't even have dark skinned news anchors like her, even if they got a fucking weave. Because remember they had the light skinned girl who had the fucking weekend show, and then she got braids, and then she got in trouble for that, and then she got fired for some more other shit any damn way. Like it's a fucking fantasy. They don't even let dark skinned women with a long ass weave get on the fucking BBB news anchors.
Well, hold that thought, brother. I probably can keep you on the phone. See, can I get this other person?
I just want to say one thing about this real quick.
Go ahead,
about
bro.
how we black people depend on white folks so much. That's one more reason we're on TV crying about, you know what I'm saying, can't get help and giving the kids to the system. We don't have our own goddamn system. And we know they got one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's how I said that whole Bill Maher thing on letting them call us nigger. It ties into this shit. They, you know what I'm saying, we damn near give my kids because we niggas. Same thing.
Right. Oh, well, hold on, man. Maybe I can keep you on the phone while I bring this other person in. Let me see if this going to work. Hold on.
All right.
According to Wallace, their points. Okay, 901-271, Rose Hill, North Carolina. Who did?
This is
It's just me.
Me who?
Palm Way.
You calling from a 910 number?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it worked.
No, this is me.
Who is me?
This is Desi Lindsay.
Oh, what's up, Desi? What's up, bro?
Ain't nothing much going on.
Okay, man.
You
Appreciate
need
you.
to take off that Dallas Cowboys hat.
Man, please, this shit gonna be on forever, bro. Fuck that shit. You miss me with that bullshit.
Hey, Desi, what up, man?
Yeah. Well, what's going on, Desi, man? You seeing the story that I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Put your input on it, bro.
Well, my thing is they already done said that if a woman take a baby to a safe place like fire department, hospital, church, or something like that, that they wouldn't prosecute them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's gonna get out on just that alone. But I don't believe they should be able to do that anyway. But see, this girl here, she done gave them, trying to get them 3 kids up. If by some incident that they do keep the kids, she'll walk off and get with some other thug and have some more children.
Absolutely. I say the same thing.
And I don't think that should happen.
I say the same. Here's my thing, man. See, she tried to pull that. I don't think she ought to get no jail time either. I mean, we could just throw that out the window. But what I believe they should do, what I think they should do, I think she should be forced to have a tube tied.
Oh yeah.
I really do.
You know, that's like.
Go ahead, bro.
That's like putting things, in the back and then working to the front.
Absolutely.
Instead of working from front to back, the kids is already there and they need to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
But if they saw, where I see it, if you see somebody that's walking around and ain't got good sense, and a lot of folks know girls walking around and ain't got good sense and ain't got no business having children, they need to go ahead and sterilize them then. They tried that.
There you go. Hello.
Of course,
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, the call-in number is open. If y'all can't see it, I put it out there again. It's 712-432-3496. And once you call the number, it is 275-704. Where you at, women? Where you at? Y'all voice need to be heard. Where y'all at? Don't be scared. But let me ask you this, Des. Just like my man Punway saying, I think he's still on the line. He said the mental illness in the black community is at a high, man. What you say about that?
Wait a minute, say that again now?
My man Punway on the phone. He said that the mental illness in the black community is at a high. What would you say about that?
Well, I'm gonna say it like this, and it's been this way since I was young and whatever. And it even works in the like the ghetto or the projects or something like that. Everybody knows everybody that's crazy, and they're gonna do something before it gets too far.
I don't know if you can hear me. I can't hear Desi, but I can hear you.
What I say is the cops and everybody that needs to know, they know, somebody need to tell them, hey, them Negroes right there, they don't act right. And we had families in our, we had 8 families in our neighborhood, and grew up with them and stuff, and we knew they were crazy.
Right.
It's like if when we were 12 years old, if they done something. And somebody had to come and ask about them, we say, they don't act right, Maybe it was just that obvious.
I'll get some feedback. I don't know that's...
I guess folks don't want to say stuff like that no more. It really didn't help no way to the folks that I knew, they went on to have lives and, people had to look out for them because, they really couldn't look out for themselves.
Okay, I'm getting some feedback. I don't know if that's me or that's Punway.
Oh, I think that's me. My bad, bro.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that was you. Okay. Punway, you say you couldn't hear Desi? You can't hear him? Punway. Punway. Oh shit, my bad. Punway.
My bad. That was me. I know y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I can still hear you, but you said you couldn't hear Desi. You couldn't hear Desi?
No, I can't hear him. I can hear you. I didn't even know if I was even on. So I was in the chat room just
Oh
'Cause
yeah, you still on the
but-
phone, bro? You still on the phone?
Matter of fact, I had to go in the chat room just to hear him, just so I can know
Oh,
what's
okay,
going
bet.
on.
Smart
So
man.
I beg your pardon.
Smart move. Smart move. Smart
I was
move.
trying to see if I could pause it. If I could pause it in the chat room just to say something. I don't know.
Nah, you
But,
can't. I don't think you can pause it. I don't think you can pause it.
If I could hear him through here, that'd be better, so I can know what he's talking about. Because I heard some good coming at him so far. Because this is a real issue.
Right.
But otherwise, I beg your pardon.
Somebody said I can hear you now. Oh, okay then. Okay. So yeah, I mean everything y'all saying, I agree, and this is why I speak so passionate about kids. And once this story was posted, again, I thought it was fake because you would think something like this would have a video news clip to it, but it doesn't. But when I went to go look it up, I seen quite a few websites that was talking about this. So, and I was like, what is really going on? And here's the thing. People like to say white women do it too, and I do agree with that to an extent. They do it, but for some reason, they shit don't hit media as fast as our shit do. You understand? They shit do not hit fast like ours do. We could slap a woman and see how fast it'll probably get on the news. We could do this right here and see how fast we could end up getting on the news. But for some reason, when white people do it, you don't see it as fast. What you would see is you would probably see something like this on Investigation Discovery or something, or they'll make a movie about it, Lifetime Movie Network or something, and you will see it then. But with us, our shit hit the media, and then later on down the road, they will make a movie about it. Look at OJ. They still bringing up that case. I don't know why, but they still doing a documentary on that case. I'm like this. If it's not going to help me get out of jail, then why keep doing a documentary on it?
Preach.
I mean, really talk. If it's not going to get me out of jail, why keep doing a documentary on me? And it ain't like I'm getting nothing out the deal. And if I did, what can I do? I'm locked up. They just recently, they just recently did some on Bill Cosby on Investigation Discovery, talking about this what he did about drugging up all the women. I still haven't seen it yet. I'd have missed it, but I know they're gonna show it again soon, cause I want to see this, because it's amazing. This man had the career that he had and the success that he had, and one woman said something. Now everybody coming out of the woodwork saying that he did the same thing over and over and over and over again. Come on, now. This is Dr. Huxtable we talking about.
I always thought that was funny.
Yeah. This is Dr.
Huxtable
Huxtable
we
talking
about.
Go ahead, bro.
I always thought that was funny because I always figured either he didn't do it and niggas using it to bring him down, or as a lot of comedians said that he was doing it and maybe they knew all along and they had it set up so at a certain point they can just pull the pin on him and then just bring down everything he's done for us as black folks and established as for himself. So it looks funny. It looks funny either way, because my whole thing was I bet there are grown folks doing it right now to people that they're letting slide. You know what I mean? Like as soon as that thing went down, I said I bet there's somebody else doing that shit right now and letting that shit go. And then boom, Jared from Subway comes out. And I'm like, thank you.
Right. Desi, you still with us?
Is he? I can't hear him.
I can't hear him either. Desi, you still with us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm glad, you know what? Well, you probably had to get back on a chat to hear. I'm glad you brought that up about the Jared thing, because I used to always make fun of his commercials saying, how can somebody lose weight eating all them damn sandwiches? You know what I'm saying? Because bread turned into sugar and some of it turned into fat, if I'm not mistaken. but he's
Yeah.
supposed to be promoting this this Subway thing, saying he lost so many pounds eating Subway, which it probably did help him lose some kind of weight, but I don't think he lost all that weight off of eating Subway.
Can I say something about Subway?
Go ahead.
How did Subway not know this motherfucker was doing this shit?
That's a good question.
Subway, how the hell did they not know the person who's the face of their whole company? They didn't know he was doing it. Matter of fact, the whole thing was that he got caught with another dude. So apparently him and another guy were probably part of some whole organization doing it. They didn't know he was part of a whole clique doing it. They knew it. They ain't make any damn sense, man. And as a matter of fact, let me say one more thing. As far as Bill Cosby goes and trying to bring down all of his shows and whatnot, like I said, like you said earlier, when white folks doing it, apparently it's not a big deal. You know why? Look at Nickelodeon, look at Disney. Some of those producers and executive producers on those shows have jail records for doing touching little kids. Think it's a work around kids, making millions of dollars, making television shows with them, being agents and running the show. So more inspiring kids are coming in, trying to being around them.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Watching all you gotta do is look up Nickelodeon and people who work there touching all the little kids. People making the shows, fucking kids. And still got them, still making money off of them.
Somebody just made a point in the chat room. I kind of thought about that too. It's not up to them to find out what he's doing. I mean, as long as he's doing the promoting, they probably ain't following that man around 24/7. So Chaz just said in the chat room, she absolutely right. Right.
Well, let me say this: if you own Subway and you found out that happened, would you not feel dumb as shit?
I mean, of course, I think anybody would feel some type of way because you probably representing us.
I guess a whole company. All I'm saying is, do you not find it weird that Subway did not know, especially if he was working with other people doing it?
Well, I can't say, bro, because I never done commercial before, so I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. I don't.
All right.
I don't.
Yeah.
What'd you say about that? That's about the Subway thing at Jerry. Where they found out he was molesting kids and all that. What you say about that?
I don't. It ain't really the boss's problem with it. I mean, they should check up on them, but if they don't, I mean that it ain't no big thing.
You know what?
That's what that boy was doing was a personal thing, and that was his business.
Right. Actually, since that happened, nobody has said anything else about him. I haven't heard no updates, no nothing. Has he gotten parole or wherever it is? Chat room, have y'all heard anything?
I think he got out.
I heard a CEO gave some prisoners some extra treats because they beat his ass.
Oh, is that a fact?
Yeah, so I think either the jail or CEOs, everybody, but like the dude who beat his ass in jail, everybody likes him.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking real quick. I beg your pardon. The person in the chat room, said that it's not their fault to know what's going on with the face of their company. I don't know. I was trying to think that out. The person who's the face of your company. It's not your job running the company to not know about the person who's the face of your company.
Somebody said, Chad said, I would.
I don't know. I'm not saying I disagree. I don't know.
Chassie said, I would feel dumb, but then again, why we parents letting no feminine white man around their kids?
I didn't know if he was even a feminine. I didn't know he was even around kids.
I didn't either, bro. I didn't either.
Matter of fact, I heard he had some kids, some Help the Kids network. If he had a Help the Kids network, but he was helping himself to the kids, what kind of network was that?
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, my call-in number must not be working or something. It must not be working because Desi the only one calling in. And y'all saying all that good stuff in the chat room, especially y'all ladies. Don't nobody want to call in? Damn, what's really going on? Is the call-in number not working?
They probably can't call like I can't call.
They don't know how to use
might fuck with their data plan. That's what they told me.
You know what? You might be right. You might be right.
I kept it 100. Like,
yeah,
yo, I can't
you
even,
might be
I
right.
can't even
Yeah.
call my Metro PCS
Yeah,
said, nah, bro.
Hey, you right, because you know what? No, you ain't lying, because you know what? You ain't lying. You ain't lying because when I try to call it from my regular phone number, it was telling me it was going to charge me to do it. So luckily I had like
shit
a little.
told me that shit said that it said I'm down 611 to call that shit. I said, damn, I ain't calling them niggas.
Yeah, you know what? You right, bro. You absolutely right. Cause when I try to call my regular number, it was saying it was trying to charge me too.
Damn.
You know, so luckily I had like a little like a Wi-Fi number, alternate number that I'm gonna call it from, so it's able to
You had to Google call that shit.
let me do this. But see, only reason I used this because when I was using TalkShoe, people were saying that I was getting choppy when I was talking on TalkShoe. So
I have no idea what that is.
You know, it's something like Blog Talk. It's something like Blog Talk Radio.
I'm so new to this shit.
Yeah, I am too. That's why I'm trying to get the feel of it, how all this shit works. But yeah, but people were saying that when I would talk, you know, it would be choppy. I'll go in and out. So I was trying something different. You know, so you might be right. Somebody, Chris, hit me with the number. I'm going in my house now. DJ, the number is 712-432-3496. And once you call that number, the PIN number going to be 275-704.
DJ is the guy you taking to Hollywood with you, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's my brother from another mother right there.
That's what's up. That's
my brother from another mother.
We need that, yo. As black men, we need to stand together. I'm telling you, I hate watching basketball. All those black men making rich, jumping around for white men. I can't stand it. I hate basketball.
Y'all let me know if y'all having a problem calling this number, because if y'all is, then I just have to switch over back to TalkShoe. If y'all having problems.
See, I'm the only child, so me having a brother, that's how real it was. Like my best friend being my brother. He lives up the block from me, too.
What the fuck? My man Desi just dropped off. I wonder why that music playing. Shit, my man Desi just dropped off. So, oh shit, Kelly said she gonna call. That's what's up. That's who I want to talk to. If it get crack-a-lacking now. She said she gonna call in. So anyway, man, you know, this is it's a motherfucker ridiculous, and you know, I'm just sad to hear a story like this. I mean, I'm 37 years old.
You hear them every day, man. That's what I'm getting tired of. I'm getting mad.
But you know what, dude? This is the first time I ever heard a story that a woman actually took her kids, dropped them off, and said, I didn't want them anymore. That's the first time. This first time I heard this shit.
This shit's so bad we're hitting new fucking lows with this shit, huh?
Right.
I mean, tell me you're doing a video show about that girl who got beat up by her mom because she was getting molested and didn't like it.
You know what? That was the stupidest shit that I ever heard. How you gonna get mad at your daughter because the nigga you were fucking trying to fuck your daughter? Because see, they let you know right there. They let you know right there, man. These mothers be trying to be competing with their daughters. Remember Precious? Remember Precious? Remember the movie Precious? Not only was her boyfriend fucking her daughter, but she had her own daughter doing sexual stuff to her.
Yeah, man. That's where the fuck we are right now, man. We don't talk about it. These motherfuckers make fucking Oscars off our black ass going through this shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Her boyfriend was having sex with her, and if you remember the beginning of the movie, he was like, oh, you feel better than your mama. So check it out. When she came home with the baby, the part that Monique was playing, she said, let me hold that baby. She said, put that shit down you got and go give me a drink. What happened next? She threw the baby on the ground and they started thumping. And somehow Precious was able to get away with her baby. And the part that Monique played, she went ballistic and started throwing shit, breaking shit. And I was just like, wow, you know, I hate to see that part But
It's real.
this is reality. Exactly.
It's
This is
real.
reality.
It's real.
This is real. Incest is real. Incest is real.
Oh, it's very real.
Now,
Everybody want to be so prideful, and everybody want to look cute, even though we all in a goddamn ghetto where roaches fucking eating our food at night. But motherfucking, but ain't nothing wrong with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Mental illness, incest, all that bullshit.
right.
Not or a goddamn molester around them who's gonna fucking rape them until they go fucking.
Oh,
crazy.
somebody said that was her daddy fucking her. Wow, that I didn't know. I thought that was just a boyfriend, but somebody just said that was her daddy.
You know what they did, right? They cleaned it up for fucking Hollywood. That's what they man. As bad as Precious Mom's supposed to fucking be, they're gonna hide the fact that most of them move a nigga in who does that shit. Like I said, the real Precious Mom just beat her fucking daughter to fuck up for real on goddamn World Star. The real thing is, come on, man. Reality. That's reality.
Preach.
Matter of fact, you say some back about NBA and these motherfucking white people. Like I said, the Oscars. Somebody had a meme of Halle Berry winning the motherfucking Oscar award. Look how, you gotta see how happy she was. She happy as hell to get fucked by a white man and get a white man's award for it. If these white people done us worse than anybody else, how could their award be better than anybody else's? That makes no fucking sense. Put it this way, you just broke down Precious. I didn't see that bullshit, but thank you for telling me what happened, so I don't gotta see it. But you know what I saw half of before I turned the fuck off? Moonlight, Precious, 12 Years a Slave. They want to see us at our fucking worst, systematically, fundamentally, emotionally, culturally. They eat off all of that shit, man. Like I said, the finals is on tonight. They're getting rich off our jumping Gatorade drinking ass.
12 Years a Slave is a hard movie to watch.
That's not hard for me to watch. I don't know why. I'm desensitized to this shit at this point.
No, it's a hard movie to watch. But I think it's a movie that needs to be watched, but it's hard to watch.
Well, I beg your pardon. I'm not saying this is not a hard movie to watch. Growing up, the way the shit that I've seen and been around, that movie's not hard for me to watch because I've been around it. I could sit through that shit with a full stomach and not cough up nothing. I don't know why. We could do a show about that, but all that shit, I've seen it. I felt a whole bunch of that shit. And when that girl gets whipped, by the dude. Shit, my mom moved a fucking girlfriend who did that shit to me and then told me she was more masculine than me because a lot of these blacks are trying to either physically or emotionally cut a black man's dick off before the white man go out and do it when he's a goddamn adult, when he was still 12 years old. Come on, man. I've been through that shit. That shit Moonlight pissed me the fuck off. I turned it off when he kissed that goddamn boy. And it wasn't because I'm homophobic. It was because they got to give a black man every kind of disadvantage for it and then give you an Oscar for it. In 2017. Come on, man. They filmed that movie while a black president was in fucking office. Get off my black dick. Stop cutting it off. Come on, man.
I haven't seen Moonlight, but I heard a lot of people talking about it, so I haven't seen it. So
man,
that's one of the movies I think I get around to it. When I get around to it, hell, a lot of people talk about.
As a black man, who has the message you have, watch Moonlight, watch shit. You'll do a show about Moonlight, trust me. Watch that shit tonight. Watch that shit.
Shit, you talking to a man who ain't even seen that movie called Brokeback Mountain, whatever that shit called. I ain't even seen that yet, and that movie old as hell.
That movie, I wish that shit was fucking dumb shit. That wasn't nothing. That was two white boys who get to have a job and fuck each other doing it. Get the fuck out of here. Meanwhile, niggas be broke and fuck out of here. Niggas got show dick, not gay.
Right.
Come on, man.
All right, well, I got one of your videos pulled up right here that you did, man.
That's an old one. That's an old-ass video. Before I even thought about really doing it, I was just like, I kind of was playing with it back then, but I was like, let me walk these dogs and start a business and you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Write comic books and shit like that.
I think it's a good one. Let me play a little bit of it and
oh, man. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn my ear off. You know what it is? I'm in bad. I'm not all about hearing my own voice. I like getting some shit off my chest. Okay, maybe it'll help people, but go ahead.
Well, I ain't gonna play the whole thing. I'm just gonna play the violence part. I ain't gonna play the whole thing because this is 19.
Play a good part for me, bro. I look crazy.
All right, here we go. 2012, new year, new money, no more free. know what? Let me stop it right there because that's a motherfucker ridiculous too. This shows you, man, we're a long ways from the 80s and the 90s. Because if you walking down the neighborhood like that, you loud as hell like that, you cussing loud as hell like that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna come out and say something to you. Somebody gonna come out and say something to you. But apparently this must be the hood where this shit just goes on a everyday basis. And don't nobody give a fuck. And all these hooligans and hyenas just running together like wolf packs and just causing all kind of fucking commotion. That girl over there, that girl right there cussing her ass off.
Yeah.
Cussing her ass off. And probably at this time, she probably the most probably about, if I'm looking at her, might somewhere between 15 and 16. And cussing better than me. And cussing better than me.
Spandex.
Right. But let's continue.
She said she want to fight me. Turn off my camera. Damn, ain't no sense.
Hey, you know what? Look how she dressed. These supposed to be school kids. Look how she dressed.
That goddamn spandex.
Look how she dressed.
I hate that shit.
And the girl in front of her skirted like it's kind of short too. This is the way they used to go. I thought they had a dress code in school now.
They must not. You know why? Because you even see moms dressing their 3-year-old kids up in goddamn spandex. Why 3-year-old girls wearing spandex? What the fuck?
Right. You know, they had a dress code. So apparently, wherever they at, they must don't have a dress code or they just don't give a fuck. Or they probably one of them kids that they go to school in a uniform, but they'll find the time to change in their uniform, put on their hoochie mama outfit. So I like to call it. They hoochie mama outfit.
They ain't changing their grade pointers, but they motherfucking changing their drawers and shit.
Exactly. Hey, check it out. I remember I was at work and I seen these girls going to prom. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? You in high school, you finna get ready to get out. Hey, do your thing. Have your fun. You earned it. But what I was shocked about is when I came to work, because I worked overnight, and I heard the loud music going on. I'm like, okay, they're just kids having fun. But the girl was out there in the middle of the street, dude, shaking their tail feather and everything. One of the chicks literally lifted her skirt up and started gyrating, and folks were coming down the street with their headlights bright as hell.
You've over-sexualized our children.
Right. So I'm just like, oh, my God, you know, and they sitting right there in front of the house, and I know I see grown-ups at the whole time. So why nobody seeing what they doing and coming out saying nothing, especially for the one with the skirt on? Y'all don't hear me? The one with the skirt on literally pulled her skirt up, showing all her goodie bags.
Because they kids ain't do nothing.
And then somebody came down the street and blow the horn and said, man, get y'all motherfucking ass out the street. You know what they did? They talk shit back to that person.
Of course they did.
So
we have no culture. We don't respect our adults bad enough, our elders.
Right.
That's why we don't learn nothing, and we have no discipline and respect for anybody, especially the people the people who come before us who built what the hell we have.
Absolutely.
We don't because the men are out here acting like women and don't have the function of being men. They don't have the knowledge that as a man you build, and we don't have respect for the community that we have built, and the elders who built it.
Okay, before I play some more of this video, I like what you just said right there. You made a good point, you know what I'm saying? What, in your opinion, you think has happened? Why we don't have it no more?
It's systematic, but it's also it's self-inflicted because as much as they're doing it to us, we're doing it to ourselves. As a matter of fact, in that regard, we do it to them because isn't black on white crime worse than white on black crime? I mean, they have a whole system where they'll build the whole jugs to put us all in it when we commit those crimes. But but like I said, even Cat Williams says, get yourself some white friends. As you heard Tommy Sotomayor say it, the black man has no friends. I was working on a clip from a whole bunch of movies and situations where you have just black men just not having each other's back. I'll give you an example. You ever see the movie New Jersey Drive?
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, I think I remember.
Do you remember the movie where the kid? There's a scene where the kid with an afro shoots at the main character. He chases him. He survives. He gets away. Later on, the friend's best friend, the old dog of the movie, his thug ass best friend, laughs at him. You better be careful you don't get shot at and da. Laughed at him. That's and you know what I mean? All we do is you hear Dr. Umar talk about it, how the black man wakes up every morning looking to be better, look better, get more girls than the other black man. Even if that means you got to bring them down for you to look up. What we do, we don't build. We're like women trying to compete with each other at a damn tea party at a damn social club, but the hood version, whatever the fuck.
Hey, DJC, do you still need the number? Because y'all ain't going to call then. I might well shut the call-in number down. I was doing that so y'all can get a voice. So ain't nobody going to call then. I'll shut the call-in down.
Let me say one more thing real quick about that. It was something I was saying on my live talks a bit. Black men have learned to feel like men. Feel. They don't think like men, and like I said, they're not raised around men, so they don't have the knowledge of how to function and build like a man.
You know what? I agree with you when you say that, because I have seen it myself with way things going now.
Oh, yeah.
With a lot of kids, if they don't have a positive role, a male role model in their life, they misguided. They misguided. Like that video I did when I said, when you have no positive role model in your life, when the dude was sitting up there egging on their boy to fight that girl, he was trying to be smart. I
didn't know that. I thought they were both gay men.
All of them was fruit pops, but one of them was actually a girl. One of them was actually a girl.
One was actually fighting.
Yeah.
You know what happened? Something happened with that guy that called in the Tommy show, the Ratchet TV, talking about he uplifts black women more than straight black men, and the point was made that gay black men are more like or quick as hell to fight a black woman, and that right there, as you showed, was an example of that. Right.
Right, and that was my point on the video that I did. You know what I mean? Because they don't have no positive. Not only a positive role model in life, they don't have no positive male role model in their life. You know, because what man with good common sense, and that's the key word now, common sense, would sit up there and egg another man on to go fight a female. And listen to what he said. If you go back and watch that video, he said he was at the welfare office. They was talking shit on Facebook, and then they met to fight. And I want to talk about that too. As a matter of fact, let me play this part of the video real quick, man. I'm gonna talk about that because I meant to talk about that in the beginning. But let's go.
Bitch!
Oh shit!
That's a motherfucking ridiculous. That's a motherfucking ridiculous. And I'm gonna tell you why. You know why that girl was bullying that other girl? Because her mom be fucking with folks too. Her mom got that same attitude. That's why she was bullying that girl.
Oh, yeah. And
it's amazing that bullying has got so advanced you can put it online now.
I was going to say the real cyberbullying is when a bully. I talked about Josetta asked me a question on my thing. She was like, how do you feel about the way woke women are treated? And it took me the next show to realize that woke women are treated the way decent black women are bullied on camera for everybody to see. That's cyberbullying, because there was a bullying incident where a girl spit in another black girl's face, and the person holding the camera was right dead center with a perfect camera angle of the whole thing going down. That's what's going the fuck on right here, man. You could spit in a girl's face, have it be recorded, and have it go viral, and not go to jail for that shit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, man. You know, that come from...
She spit in that girl's face.
Yeah, that shit come from because they getting the attitude of their mothers. You know, women, especially black women, I think a lot of them just live to fight. That's all they know how to do is fight and fuck.
Because the black community is a matriarchal culture, and because women in general tend to be to thrive, be drawn towards dysfunction. We have a culture and a community where the children are raised in dysfunction, and they've been socialized and socialized to look. I knew a little girl who got moved into a gated community, a real nice place because her situation was really bad where she lived at.
Mm-hmm.
And every time everything went nice in the home, in that new home she got to be in, she would find a reason to create some type of dysfunction because she was raised by a single mother who had all kind of medical, she had to be removed from the home for a bunch of reasons. You know what I mean? And like I said, even if you take them. These children are raised by, look at the club. Matter of fact, all you got to do is Google cookout, shootout. What's it going to be? A black family shooting each other over hot dogs and fucking spade games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somebody just made a fucking meme, a horrible ass meme. It was like, hug your homies because you know niggas going to get killed this summer. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
I know.
Yo?
What kind of attitude is that? Exactly. What kind of attitude is that? Right.
Yo, the sad thing is because a lot of put it this way, you got little girls is bullying this one girl on camera to feel good about herself. You know, all that bullshit. Matter of fact, the girl who I was talking about, something like that happened where the camera was on and she beat some girl and waited for the camera and then did the Hulk Hogan leg drop and ripped the shirt off and the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? I'm a wrestling fan. So I got a wrestling belt. And I think when I'm I got a wrestling belt because I got a job and came home put the belt on because a black man got a job. I'm the champion.
Right.
But yeah, yo, a lot of these black men the same way. They get emasculated. Like I said, my mom moved a fucking lesbian in who told me she was more masculine than I was. You know what I mean?
And a lot of times they are. A lot of times they are.
Yeah, I'm fucking man. No, the fuck you not. 12 years old playing G.I. Joes, eating pizza, and still watching. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? These black men are getting treated the same fucking way, man. They're getting emasculated, and they go out and they wild the fuck out here.
And see, that's why I said about the video I did about you know, when you ain't got no positive role model. Because even if they are gay, if they had a positive role model in their life, they would still at least be masculine about it. You know, they'll be masculine about, in my opinion. But none of them people I did that video on was nothing masculine about now one of them.
That video indicated to me is that, all right, there's a lady named Shahrazad Ali. Shahrazad Ali wrote that book, The Black Man's Guide to the Black Woman. They had her on all the talk shows. That shit was real crazy. One of the things she said is that most black women have the mentality of a 14-year-old girl. When you see the whole thing where they repeat the same thing over and over again, imagine a child putting their fingers over in the ear doing the exact same thing. They throw tantrums. A lot of these ratchet-ass black women who act like little girls, who raise gay sons, are the reason why you have so many gay-ass men that act like ratchet, dumb-ass women, because they think that's femininity. That's the feminine energy that they know from their culture and their community and their homes and their mothers.
Let me read something what somebody said in the chat, and they absolutely right. My girl El Marie said, sad statement. She said, hug your people because we unpromised tomorrow. Now, that's a true statement. Amen. What you mean, hug your partner because they going to get shot up? I mean, if you say something like that to me, man, it going to make me think you setting me up.
Or you don't give a fuck because, like I said, niggas will see you get shot at, survive, and laugh at your ass.
Right. So, yeah.
The black men have no guy. I guess that's why we can't build. That's why the NBA is a bunch of white people making money off of niggas bouncing the goddamn ball. But this should be a black-owned every goddamn thing. If we running this shit, at least with wrestling, it's 3-4 niggas getting treated like shit because I know the fucking white people run that shit in the majority. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Booker T and Titus O'Neil can't leave and the whole company be fucking empty. But NFL and the fucking and basketball, a bunch of black men wanting to prove from the white men. I'm saying Nike, all of them getting the way black people can't support black business, but will make a white company rich. Watch the finals tonight.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up another video that you did, bro. And like I said, I remember this video some time ago, and I'm surprised it even resurfaced. So I'm gonna pull this video real quick. And this the one about the men fighting in the welfare office.
Yeah.
You know,
And then the dance at the end.
Yeah.
And everybody clapped for that shit.
And that's what reminded me of this video, because I remember seeing a video when this man did that shit. You know, he was fighting, then he turned around and cut a split or whatever the hell he did.
A Vogue thingy.
Yeah, wherever he
Paris
did.
is Burning. In that movie, Paris is Burning. He did one of them moves.
And I just like, man, come on, you got to be fucking kidding me, dude.
Because ratchet coon shit is how you get accepted by dumbass niggas. If he came in there that
shit loud in the motherfucker. Hold on.
Yeah. You go in the welfare office reading the book, who the fuck gonna record that?
Right. And they praising this shit.
Yo,
they praising this shit, man.
You know I got something to say about this shit. I just post, man.
They praising this shit. They praising that shit. Hold on, bro. Hold on. And like Kelly just said, yeah, they sound like a bunch of monkeys in one place.
Matter of fact, you know what's calling them goddamn people a monkey? The people who own that damn building. Black folks so built on dysfunction. We're up in a white man's government. Give me give me some motherfucking food stamps office fighting and approving it and motherfucking applauding that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Up in a white man's office, hell yeah. Just you know what I'm saying, bringing that same dysfunction that got you there in the first place.
And I agree with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we sit up here, we cheering on dysfunctionality, but we ain't cheering on nothing that's supposed to be building and making something positive. But we were cheering on ignorance, shit like this. You know,
because the black culture is a matriarchal, and we weren't raised mainly by men who built. That's why we don't. That's why it's 2017 we don't build shit. We can't build a goddamn thing. Black
Exactly.
folks get together. If you got 100 black men in a room, somebody might get shot. Somebody's wife gonna get fucked. That's what's gonna happen.
But you know the saddest thing about this video I just saw? You had security guards, couldn't even break them up. There's a girl in there that's sticking in both of them. And it's like she wasn't even trying.
They probably paid her $850.
She wasn't even, and she right there by the fight, and it's like she wasn't even trying. And she thinking in both of them they were fighting.
I did security. Security, you're supposed to detain. You're supposed to just sit back and report. Report, not detain. Nothing, especially not what the fuck they pay you. Trust me, I did security. They paying
so
wait.
Hold on. So is somebody in there fighting and established that you security guard and you're not even supposed to make an attempt to break it up?
You're supposed to try to make a report. Yeah, you make a report. Trust me, yeah. You make it. I mean, it depends on what kind of security that is, but most security, you just report the shit. You don't get involved. You don't get yourself hurt. Especially if it's a welfare, we expect niggas to be dumb as fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, no wonder motherfuckers like fighting in public places then. That's what y'all supposed to do. No wonder they like fighting in public.
If anything, you call the police for your security, but you don't physically detain someone if you're a security guard. Usually, we got bodyguard on. They got different kind of whatchamacallit.
Well, here's what I say about that. Going off what you said, then what's the point of even having a security guard there? And you got security cameras. What's the point of having y'all there if y'all not supposed to interact? I'm not saying just put yourself in life danger, but in this situation, at least try to break the fight up,
I understand. It makes no damn sense. It's the same reason they all clapped when he did a dance move after that shit. That's why. That's why. It makes as much sense as A plus fucking W. I don't know.
I think I got my man DJ C on here. Let me unmute this mic. Brother Smooth.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, just listening to everybody's commentary here is like a lot of good points here. You got to say what's up to everybody in the chat room. I know see a few people that we've seen in the Hangouts that haven't been around in a little while, so we got to say what's up to them, definitely.
Right, absolutely. I don't know if you can hear Punway.
Nah,
can you hear him, Punway?
Nah, I can't hear him. I was gonna mute me on my side, let him talk, and go.
Okay,
go
ahead. Go ahead, then, bro. Go ahead. So, DJ, how much have you seen so far, bro, since you was in the chat room?
I've seen most of it because I was driving, so I wasn't really able to see exactly what was being typed. And if I'm correct, is it about the woman that supposedly dropped her kids off to, like, I guess the Children and Family Services?
Yeah, that was the first. That was the main thing I did the show about was about her. Yeah.
What can you really say about that is that she's doing the right thing, but she's doing the wrong thing, because that's why if you're having sex and you don't have kids, that's why you use protection.
Amen.
This is what it prevents from happening.
Amen. And Punway said, the mental illness in the black community is at a high. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree 100% because if you really think about it, Palmway had said earlier on that I caught while I was in the car is that there's always somebody in your community that has a mental illness, but 99.9% they're not going to talk about it because of what's called stop snitching, or as they say, snitches get stitches.
Preach.
But in this case here, though, no, it should be talked about because guess what? That's why we have all these problems like we've got. And the fact that we can't solve them because our own people won't say anything.
Preach.
Because they're afraid of retaliation, or they're thinking that, you were snitching this, that, and the third, which is BS.
Preach. It is. And the amazing thing about that, you know what I'm saying, this snitching ass nigga, or snitching ass nigga, but as soon as something happened to the nigga who's saying that you snitching, they snitching. If you want to go by that
or
logic.
They're ready to kill somebody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, they snitching. They don't want to snitch on nobody until the shit happens to them. And if the shit happens to them, then they want to snitch. But if the shit ain't happening to them, then everything is cool. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And I agree with a lot with what Punway is saying. I agree with a lot of what he's saying. A lot of us is fucked up.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't have the necessary tools, or let me say we don't have no positive role model in our life to give us the tools that we need to succeed.
Preach.
They not giving us the necessary tools that we need to succeed.
We're not giving them to ourselves either.
Exactly. We love fucking destruction. I don't get it. We love it.
You love drama. That's what it is.
Yeah, think about it. When your homeboy finna get to fighting with somebody, back in the day, it used to be one-on-one fights. Now every nigga got to jump in the fight. Then talking about, we whooped his ass. We whooped that nigga ass.
Either that or they're ready to record the whole fight and don't do anything to stop the whole thing.
Right. Then run around talking about, we whooped that nigga ass. Whooped that nigga ass. Nigga 6-on-1, you better have whooped his ass.
You do that on wrestling, they boo you.
Right. You better have whooped his ass if you got 6 motherfuckers whooping on one dude. And you also got them dudes that won't talk shit by themselves in a fight.
Please press 1 to mute or unmute yourself, 4 or 6 to decrease or increase the conference volume,
Hello?
7 or 9
me?
to decrease or increase your volume,
Hello?
0 to hear the current conference count, or 8 to exit.
Something broke up.
Yeah, I don't know. That's me Or
Hello.
I don't know, was that me or you, DJ?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
It's not me because I'm still on the line, and like I've been saying hello for the last few seconds, and I think like the line keeps cutting in and out.
Yeah, that was just did some kind of strange thing. Talking about some press one, press this, some shit. Hold on, bro.
Please press 1 to mute or unmute yourself. 4 or 6 to The feature is not available on this line.
Okay, what the hell going on here? Hold on. Can you still hear me, DJ?
Loud and clear.
Okay, well, I don't know what's that all about. But, yeah, you know, you don't have one-on-one fights anymore. Everybody want to jump in your shit.
No.
They want to jump in the shit.
Right.
You know, and the shit is a motherfucker ridiculous. And this shit is supposed to be cool. And see, that's one thing I hate about our community, man. You know, why do we love recording criminal activity? What's cool about that?
I said it before, and I'll say it again. When you do wrong, it gets praised. When you do right, it gets shamed. That's the whole point. So everybody feels like being a thug is the biggest thing to do. But yet, for those who want to do right, want to be on the straight and narrow path, they're going to call them soft. They're going to call them the P word and the BA nigga and all that nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
When you know full well, though, everyone knows right from wrong. It's their choice to do wrong more than to do right.
Absolutely.
Y'all don't hear me?
Absolutely. I don't think they hear you either, bro. Absolutely. 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 Hold on, DJ. I think Pony called me. Hold on. You there, brother?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Okay, DJ, you still there? Here. Okay, cool.
Still here.
Yeah, I mean, that's well put. I mean, there's really nothing else I can say about that. I mean, that's well put. Well put.
Shooting each other too.
Exactly, that's well put. You get your ass whooped, you shooting now because you got embarrassed because you got your ass whooped. Now you want to shoot a motherfucker.
Yep.
Hell yeah, that's something I was talking about how black men function, how we feel, how we have been taught to function, to feel like men, not think or act or function like them. Because you'll have the aggression, you'll have the pride, and you'll have the violence, and then you have all the lust. You seen that video where them boys gang raped that 15-year-old girl and streamed that criminal activity on fucking internet for everybody to watch. You know what I mean?
Right.
People getting killed on Facebook Live, getting shot and raped on.
And you know what? Because you can hear Poe DJ. You can hear him.
I can barely hear him. It's like he's very, very low, but I'm hearing certain things that's making good points.
Okay. Well, you
hear me?
Y'all be able to watch the replay. Y'all watch the replay and hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
Okay. Well, y'all be able to watch the replay, and I'm just gonna have to go back to talk show, man, where everybody can just call in there, man, and just do that right there, because I don't know what's going on with this one. Kelly said she was going to call in, but I don't see her yet. So I don't know if people having problem calling this number or they scared. I don't know. But
no, I think it's that thing. You can't call. You can't call if you got a data plan.
Okay, then. Well, I'll try to go back to talk show then, or get a Google number or something and do it like that. That's probably what I should have did, get a Google number. I'll probably do that next time, get a Google number. But the thing is, though, with a Google number, I think everybody going to be open at once. And I don't just really want it like that because everybody going to be talking over each other.
Can you do the Google Hangout?
Yeah, just got to check it out.
Well, yeah, I guess I could do that next time. I guess I could. Yeah, I'll probably try to do that next time.
Seeing how it kind of works with people who got phones because you have a camera.
Yeah. So... They're probably a bad idea. Do the Google Hangout thing or whatnot.
So
somebody said in the chat room, Anne Marie said, shooting is for cowards. Learn to use your voice. People in general have lost their way. Amen, sister. Amen, sister. Preach.
Amen.
Amen.
It's sad it even gets to fighting in the first place. Like it's sad that we can't even have any kind of any kind of just reasonable disagreements, to the fact that it'll turn into a fight, that turn into to a loss, that turns into a shooting, which turns into a loss of a life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like black men argue too goddamn much. Going to a barbershop.
Yeah, I seen a video somebody posted where these two dudes got to fighting at a barber shop. I don't know what the fuck they got to fighting for, but
Guy had a bald head and knock somebody out for a haircut.
Right.
The fuck.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. You know, in an establishment, we can't even act civilized in a public establishment.
And mind you, that barbershop was probably a black-owned business.
More likely. And I don't know, man. You know, I could do these shows. We could preach all day. But the main thing is, though, I mean, does anybody really listen?
I was gonna say, when you preach, you reach. You know what I mean? You can't save everybody.
Well, that's true. No, you can't save everybody. I mean, a lot of people gotta want to change for themselves.
Yeah, but it's all about, you know what I mean, who you can help. And I guess from my own perspective, this shit helps, man. I really do appreciate you letting me just go ahead and just get shit off my chest in general, bad enough.
That's what it's for.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I do
just
this
give
for.
other people. Yeah, because it's like most of us wouldn't even talk about this. If you're a black person who has any damn sense, you're probably on an island unto yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A matter of fact, the story is, I'm on here. I just got blocked off of Facebook.
Yeah, I remember you saying something about that.
Yeah, I was on that bus because the old Spanish lady got yelled at by a black lady bus driver. Saw it. The lady looked at me like I was going to simp and co-sign it. I'm telling her, why are you yelling at this lady? She tried to justify it. It made no damn sense. I was upset. Mm-hmm. And before I got off the bus, I had to tell the lady where she had to get off at, because this fucking lady wasn't going to probably do it out of fucking bullshit spite. It's like, what the fuck, man? And right after that, my Facebook done. I got a whole new account.
Hold on, cuz. Hold on, bro. Let me put up this other video that you posted up that I really want a lot of people to see. This the one that you had did about the boys fighting, and the woman was sitting up there telling the little boy, you know, fight him and hit him and all that. Yeah.
Trying to show out for the gram.
Yeah. So let me play this for them.
Oh boy, I opened it. Don't fight up. Hit his ass, okay? What I told you. Don't fight now. Hit him.
Look. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. You know what? I have no problem with big girls. I love them. You know, me personally, you know, that's pretty much my preference. I have no problem with a big girl. I really don't. Let me say a big girl with sense. I have no problem with them. But when you doing what this idiot is doing, I got a problem with that. You sit out there talking to your cousin. You sit out there talking to your son like that, egging him on to fight. Now, that's my problem is, you know, you being recorded and you egging him on to fight.
And man, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned about liking big women. The whole thing about us black men is that we have no women to really build, because some of them have no sense and are proud of it. And this lady who is big and whose son who is big apparently didn't even she didn't teach him how to fight. So chances are she's not keeping that boy in shape. I don't mind a big girl, but I like a big girl who's not big because she's unhealthy. If you're big because you eat top ramen all fucking day, how am I gonna have kids with you? This will be my fucking kid.
Hold on, somebody said, I think something's wrong with the line. I'm on a call, supposedly, and it's not the same show. Are you sure, mister?
Damn.
Yes, you are. You on the call? You on the call, mister? Are you 980?
And time delay.
Are you 980? Are you 98? Okay, she said that's her. She said that is her. That is her.
Hey, Misty.
Hold on, I ain't unlocked her yet. Hold on, Miss. I get to you in a minute. Okay, you on the line? I didn't hear the buzz. You usually give me a buzz, but that's what I'm saying, man. A big woman with common sense, I had no problem with. Now, look here. I like big women, but I'm not going to encourage them to be big because, of course, you know, obesity is a big factor in the black community as well. Because
Leads to cancer.
I'm a big dude myself, you know, and I'm not gonna never encourage nobody to be big, you know what I'm saying? But I like a big sister, big bone, you know. I do.
Hell yeah.
But
yeah.
But when this shit right here, when I see this shit right here, and you talking to your son like that, I don't have a problem with the fact that she's teaching him how to fight. I don't have a problem with that. Because
she didn't teach him. That was my problem with the video, is that she's acting like she taught this boy how to fight, but I'm looking at her like she's big and sloppy, and her son's so big and sloppy, you didn't teach him how to be in shape or teach him how to fight, but you're going to act like it because there's a goddamn camera. And now your son's getting his ass whipped for everybody to see, crying for the whole damn internet.
No, I could agree with what you're saying, too. But here's my thing, though. I mean, it's a double-edged sword for me, you know. I mean, apparently the little slim guy must have been fucking with her son. Because, you know, back in the day when I was growing up, I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I'm pretty much sure DJ was growing up, if you let somebody bully you and you always running home to mama, they would tell you, you better get out there and fight, and I'm going to fight you. I'm going to whoop your ass. Am I right, DJ?
Yep.
That's
one more,
you know what I'm saying?
That's one more reason why you know she didn't have that boy in shape or ever teach him how to fight. Because little stocky boys who know how to fight are in shape, they're dangerous. He wouldn't know to just body slam this kid. They would have, come on, man. She did not teach that boy how to fight, but that camera was on, and she could have broke the whole thing up. She could have deaded that whole thing.
Okay,
took him home and
you know
then
what?
trained him.
Whoa. You know what? You're right. I just seen Kelly. Kelly said she tried to call, and I guess she getting the same message that it's trying to charge her to call. So, damn.
Yeah, I got it on mine too. So it's like that's why I'm like, I'll hold on a little longer, and then I'm probably take off because it's like it's charging you like a cent a minute or something like that. I don't know.
What I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do this while I'm live. I'm gonna shut down this number. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I didn't know he was gonna try to do y'all like that. What I'm gonna have to end up doing, either I'm gonna have to open up the talk shoe, or either I'm just gonna have to get a Google number. But DJ, when you called the talk shoe though, it didn't try to charge you for that though, did it? Because I know it didn't try to charge me when I did it.
No, it didn't do it.
Okay, then. Well, maybe I'm gonna try talk shoe then. I try talk shoe. And let y'all call in on talk show. You should have told me, bro. I don't want you burning your minutes.
Yeah, it's all good though. Just let me know what you want to do. We'll just take it
I'm
from there.
gonna shut this number down, and I'm gonna open up the talk show, and give y'all the number and stuff to the talk show, because now I see that y'all are trying to call in, but y'all having problems. Y'all having problems with this number because it's trying to charge y'all. Gotcha. So, DJ, you can go and hang up, brother. And Pawnway, you can too. Y'all just sit tight in the chat while I open up this other thing. Then maybe we can have a better show then, because I do want to talk to Kelly. I do. I want to talk to Kelly. And I want to talk to Misty, because Misty been saying she going to call in. I want to talk to Misty too.
And what number would I call?
I had to give it to you when I get it set up. So y'all sit tight in the chat room for me. Know what I'm saying? I'm play my theme song, and once I get everything set up, then I'll post the number and let y'all call in that way. And if y'all having problems with that, then, you know, we just got to wait till I do a next show where I can get something better. You know, so Pawnway, thank you in advance, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you called in, bro. That's what my show about. Vent, bro. Vent. That's what it's all about. Me and DJ, we got you, man.
Vent and also preach to reach.
Preach. Yeah, so, okay.
You reach me. Put it this way. You reach me. If I reach anybody, that's what we're doing, bro.
Hey, but you know what, bro? I like to see two brothers come together. That's why I love DJ so much, man, because we two brothers coming together and we building.
And that's the whole DJ? Thing. That's the whole thing. You're lucky to get two. You're lucky to get two put together.
Right. So Kelly Pope says sounds good. So let me shut this down. Well, I'm not going to shut the show down. I'm just going to shut this number down. Let me open up TalkShoe, and I will post the information in the chat room, or I'll just post it on the screen that I got now. And when I come back up, y'all try to call in TalkShoe, and see how they work. TalkShoe should not charge you at all because it doesn't charge me. It doesn't charge me. So,
all right, I'll be in the
yeah,
chat.
y'all go ahead and hang up, man. The faster,
right,
the faster the better. I know some of y'all want to watch the basketball game. And like I said, there's some free people in the chat room I want to talk to. So go ahead. Appreciate you, DJ. Oh, but goddamn.
All right, bro. I'm hanging up.
Okay. All right. Y'all, I apologize for that. I really do apologize for that. I did not know. And I can't pay attention to the chat while y'all talking and shit. That's another thing that's fucking me up, too. I can't pay attention to the chat. You see that? Y'all probably been telling me y'all couldn't call. And I apologize. So let me try to set something up for y'all right now and see will this work. And hopefully it will, because I do want to talk to all of y'all, especially you, Kelly, and especially you, Misty. I want to talk to you too. So y'all hold tight. I'll be right back.
A lot of people treat YouTube like it's their life, so you know what I mean, hey, you know, you like it, I love it. But like I always say, this shit is programming, y'all. What I say, y'all, on my streams, for y'all who watch me and for y'all who follow me. Programming.
Shout it fast.
Programming. Facebook. Programming. Twitter. Programming. Instagram. Programming. Television. Programming. Facebook. Snapchat. Programming. Twitter. Programming. Instagram. Programming. Facebook, Snapchat, program, Twitter, program, Instagram, program. All this shit is programming you to the point that you're getting sunk into this social media shit, and it's like you under some kind of social media spell. You know, just my opinion. Now, for those of you who know me personally, y'all knew for the longest, I won't touch none of this shit. I won't touch none of this shit. I won't do no YouTube video there. I wasn't even watching YouTube. I wasn't even watching YouTube. I wouldn't do Facebook because of the bullshit and hypocrisy of Facebook. I wouldn't do Twitter. Instagram, I still haven't done no page on it, which I had a couple people tell me maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go there. Program.
All right, good people. Let's see if this will work. And this gonna prove it right here because I'm gonna use my real number, which it shouldn't be a problem. But let's see what we got. And again, I apologize, y'all. Y'all must have been saying it. I couldn't catch the chat in time. Let's see.
Welcome to TalkShoe. Please enter the call ID followed by the pound key. You are now joining the call. You are unmuted.
All right, y'all can call in on that one. Y'all call in on that one. Make sure that when you call in, you press the pound button after the pin. And if you got a computer, you can actually go in the chat room on there. But I already y'all stay on Facebook and chat. No need to do all that. So I'm gonna minimize this. And let me go back to where y'all at down here. All right, there y'all go. So the new call-in number is 724-444-7444. PIN number is 144383#. And once you call that number, you shouldn't get charged. Y'all heard it didn't charge me. So y'all come on in if you want to talk. And Kelly, Misty, I would love to talk to you ladies. And anybody else who want to come back in and chime in, Palmway, you should be able to call this too without no problem, bro. So I'm gonna give y'all a minute to call in, and I need to go give me some more water. So there go the number, right there. There go the number. There you go, right there. So I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right back. All right, I see one person in from New Jersey. All right, looking good, looking good. I'll wait for my man DJC. Come on in. If he's gonna call back, come on in, DJC. So I can unmute you, brother. Come on back in. But everything these brothers been saying is absolutely on the money. But like I said with this story right here, I got a problem with it, but then I don't. You know, I got a problem because you teaching your son violence at a young age. But then I don't have a problem because you don't want your son to be no punk. And I get that. I promise you I get that. So like I said, with this story right here, it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. As a matter of fact, what up, New Jersey? Who want to speak with?
Hey, what's up, man? It's on Palm Way.
Oh, okay, cool. So you straight this time, right?
Yeah, we good, man.
Oh, we good. Absolutely. All right. But yeah, like I just said from minutes ago, man, you know, You make some excellent points, man, and shit, I could talk to you all day, just like I do Gisette. I could talk to y'all all day, man, because you make some excellent points. But with this story right here, you know, what I mean, I just got a double-edged sword, you know, what I mean, I hate you trying to teach them violence at a young age, but at the same time, I guess I got to praise her in some sense because she's trying to teach her son not to be a punk. Don't let nobody fuck with you. And I guess the only reason I'm thinking like that because when I grew up, you ran home, like I said earlier, you ran home whining and bitching, talking about somebody whooped your ass. Your folks pretty much would throw you back out there and fought. And if you didn't fight, you know, you got your ass whooped.
Yeah, but my problem with it is that she said, like I taught you. It doesn't look like she taught that boy how to fight. And it's like, if anything, maybe you should have had a man around to do it. Because how come she didn't say, like your daddy taught you? You know what I mean?
True. And I give you that.
And like you were saying about big girls, did you didn't see the video of the dude of the big stocky dude who was slamming the dude on the car talking about don't call me out my name? Like she gonna be big and she gonna have a big son. If she taught that man how to you know what I mean fight being a big person, she should have taught that boy how to body slam him. Because I'm thinking, I bet she don't know how to fight either. And that's another thing about being big for the wrong reason. Ain't nothing worse than a big girl who can't fight.
Hold on, no. Hold on. I beg to differ on that one, bro. Because every social media I have seen that involves a big girl fighting, them motherfuckers will fight. They don't give a fuck how out of breath they are.
I agree. What I'm saying is that there's nothing worse than a big girl who can't fight. That's what I'm saying.
Well, me personally,
but a big girl who just fall down. You ever see I fight with the big girl pull up in the driveway and got folded back by the smaller girl? You ever see that video? Yeah, it was a video where a big girl fighted a smaller girl. She pulled up on the smaller girl and got folded up, falling down. You ever see a big girl fight but fall down, can't get up, and the smaller girl just on top of her, and that's it? You know what I mean? Right. Ain't nothing worse than a big girl who can't fight. Because hell yeah, a big girl's supposed to fuck somebody up, fucking niggas up. That shit's on world, so fuck that dude for texting another girl. Fuck that nigga up in the bathroom. Hell yeah, big girls can fight.
A big girl will fight you, and a stud will fight you. They don't give a fuck. Them motherfuckers will fight you. Fuck with a stud girl and try to talk to her girl. Watch what's gonna happen. She gonna talk to you like you a nigga. She gonna talk to you like you a nigga.
Only problem is you fight a stud and you win. She gonna be like, but I'm a female.
Well, if you sit up here and fought, then it's too late to holler about you a female. It's too late because you already fought.
Because they want to cut a black man dick off. I don't know who worse, gay men or gay women trying to fucking cut a straight man dick off. I'm more nigga than you. No, you not. I eat pussy and like it. Get the fuck out of here. I eat pussy and fuck it, and I like it. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your ass?
I can't do no but laugh, because you're right, though. But I'm saying, though, man. I don't know what it is about girls being big. You know, they fight. But you know what? I got to commend them. I don't knock y'all for that. I commend y'all, you know, because y'all know punk bitch. Y'all will fight. Right. But when you get your ass whooped, don't holler about you a woman now because you stood there and fought. You should have thought about that before you fought. I mean, that's just like an argument. Yeah. That's just like an argument. Something about a big girl, you argue with them in public, you not finna win that fight. You not finna win that fight. You argue with a big girl in public. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about their vocals when they get upset, but they vocals echo for miles. And motherfucker be like, who's she talking to? I be like, I don't know, my nigga. She talking to you.
But that's the thing in the black community, though. The thing about that black community is that the kind of men who actually can out-argue black women, even in public, are black men raised by women who were raised by a motherfucker. They already lost 100 arguments to their mama. Finally won one. Now they in the street fucking breaking these bitches the fuck down. Look at him. Stephen A. Smith. He'll cut a whole room full of black women the fuck down. He'll be louder and what? He'll break them down, man. And he said his home was dominated by female presence, aunts and I think whatever the fuck else. But yeah, hell yeah. Well, pimps are so fucking bad. They grow up hating their mama when a pimp every hoe they see and motherfucking cut them up and every sentence got bitch in it. It'd be bitch, 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 bitch.
But wait,
let
let me put you on mute, bro. I got another call. Let me get somebody else here and talk. Let me put you on mute real quick, bro, and I'll bring you right back.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, appreciate you calling back, bro.
Gotcha.
We got Michigan in the house. Who I'm talking to?
Hi, it's Kelly.
Hey, what's going on? Congratulations. Congratulations. You got a beautiful boy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got a beautiful boy. Congratulations. Is Mr. Pope with you? I love to talk to both of y'all.
He's sitting here.
He's sitting there?
Yeah,
oh,
he's
awesome.
sitting here.
Awesome. I can talk to both of y'all. What's going on, Brother Pope? Can you hear me?
He say he's listening.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he can say, hey, shit. Don't take nobody a second to say, hey. Hey. There you go. There you go. We black brothers, man. Come on now. Don't treat me like a side bitch. But yeah, but congratulations.
He's got his headphones on.
Okay, but congratulations both of y'all. That's a very handsome boy you got. How you feeling? How you recovering?
I feel great, actually. Fantastic. Better than with girls.
Awesome. So, Kelly, I'm gonna give you the flow. You seen the stories that I'm talking about, and I'm not through with this one yet about the fighting and whatnot. But I want your opinion on the first one that I did about the mama dropping her kids out. It's a motherfucking ridiculous, and it's a goddamn shame that a lot of us, our black sisters, is stooping down this low. How the fuck you gonna have 3 kids and 2 of them is up in age, and 1 of them is still a baby, and all of a sudden you going to say, I don't want no kids no more. You should have thought about that before you got pregnant 3 times. What the fuck did they do to you so bad that you say you don't want kids no more? Granted, my grandma ran a daycare. She did. I know how kids can be. But I never met a child that got on my nerves so bad that I just dropped them off and abandoned them. I know we say that sometimes. Oh, you get on my fucking nerves, I can just throw you somewhere. We say that. We say that, but come on, nobody never acted on that, but this idiot did. You a black woman, so when you heard that, what would you say about that, or what you want to say about that?
Okay, so I've actually seen all the videos you've been playing so far, so it's I definitely have a lot to say with all of them. But with the first one, with this lady, I read the article too. At first, I did think it was a fake story as well. But it does seem to be legit. So just reading it, she said her 12-year-old, which I guess is the second oldest child, has mental issues, and she can't afford to provide the medication anymore. And she just can't afford to take care of him. Now, just to give a little background about myself, I actually grew up in the foster care system, and I've been inside the mental health system as well. And it's a revolving door. And honestly, a lot of kids who really need the help don't get it. So it can be a stressor on the parents. And unfortunately, in the black community, we don't give a lot of play to mental illness. It's not something we like to talk about. It's not something that it just has always been hidden or looked at as something that only happens to white people. So we don't know how to deal with it emotionally. So I think it's messed up that she gave her kids away. But I can honestly say that I'm glad that she didn't hurt them or kill them.
Absolutely.
So I would much rather her say, look, I can't do this anymore than to abuse or kill the kids, because then we'd be saying, like, what the heck's wrong with her? Why didn't she ask for help? And she's asking for help.
Absolutely. So one of the comments that I read on the article where somebody said they don't think she needed any jail time, I kind of beg to differ. I think she needs some kind of punishment. I don't think she just need to get no hard punishment, but I think she need to get some kind of punishment. I think jail, at least a few days for doing what she did. I think she should get a few days. What do you think about that?
Well, it's unfortunate. Unfortunately, that's not going to help the situation at all. She said she'd rather go to jail than take her kids back. So it's not really helping the situation. It's not making it worse, except for the kids. So the best thing to do would be to take the kids out of her care, because only two things will happen. She's either going to abuse them, or she's going to, well, several things. She's going to abuse them or abandon them or worse, kill them. So I would much rather her be free and rid of them, but she should also be forced to be sterilized. Personally, that's how I feel.
Thank you. Absolutely.
She shouldn't be allowed to have any more kids.
And I'm glad to hear a black woman say that, because if she doing that, she don't deserve to have no more kids. Because if she did them like that, you're gonna do the same way to the kids. You might do something worse to the next kid that you have. You understand?
That's true. And another question would be: is where are the fathers? Where's her family?
Girl, let me put this keyboard down. You forgive me, start preaching. Let me put this damn keyboard. That's what I'm talking about. I get sick of seeing stories like this, and nowhere in the story they says, okay, since you don't want the child, where are the fathers or the father? Where's the father? Let's get him in here. Come get his kids. But nobody never says that. I don't know why.
But looking at it realistically, and how unfortunately, the majority of black families are set up, the kids don't have the same father. The father is either not involved, he's in prison, or he just, again, is just not involved. So she doesn't have a lot of help. And it's not like how it used to be back in the old days where you could take your kids to Big Mama or Granny or Medea and she'd take the kids. It's not like that anymore. She, unfortunately, the best thing that she can do for those kids is to give them up. And it sucks because those kids are going to be traumatized by it. She just literally traumatized her kids because they're not babies. They're totally going to understand that their mother didn't want them. So she just broke her children. And I would rather her just give them up than to do further damage.
I got a feeling I got a feeling it might be going to be one of those situations that she did this, and then later on she going to kind of regret what she did and going to try to come back.
Could be. Could very well be, but either way, I don't think that she should be allowed to have any more kids.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
She probably needs some psychiatric help herself, because I don't care how difficult things get for me, whether my husband was in my life or not. I don't see myself ever giving up my children. I don't see myself ever being able to do that.
Absolutely.
So she probably suffers from some childhood trauma herself, which is a reality for a lot of black girls. And they have babies, thinking that babies are going to be the remedy when you're just adding to your own problems. Mm-hmm. So she probably needs help herself.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep right there. Hey, I'm glad you came in. That's pretty damn deep right there. That's what's up. And even with that, I don't think it's really much more you can't just really say. I guess we just have to sit back and see what's going to happen with this situation. But when she does try to come back when they're grown, I would like to know how they're going to treat her, Because
but I do have compassion. I have compassion for her in the sense that she asked for help, because it could have been much worse. As much as we hate that she's doing this to her kids, it could be much worse. You could be making a video talking about how a black mother killed her kids because she didn't want them anymore. And that would be worse to me.
Nobody ain't sent me that kind of story yet, but I hope they don't. Because that's worse to the worst right there. That is worse to the worst. Not only just a black woman killing their kids, but a woman killing her kids. Period.
It doesn't matter. I don't care who killed the kids, woman or men. It shouldn't matter. It's bad that there is a double standard when it comes to mother killing her kids, because we already have this ideology that mothers are the better parent. Mm-hmm. And women have a lot of excuses made for them on why they kill their kids. But if you killed your kids, Chris, you wouldn't be able to get any explanation.
Exactly. Thank you. Preach.
So
Thank you.
It shouldn't matter.
Thank you. Them handcuffs.
It shouldn't matter. You don't want to give women excuses as to why they did something and not allow men to have the same thing.
Yeah, them handcuffs be so tight, my wrist would be cutting through my fucking skin. If I was to do this to a child, it'd be so fucking tight, it would be cutting through this skin.
I don't see that a man would be able to do this. I don't think that a man would be able to give up his kids like this and find compassion. He probably would be thrown under the bus. Mm-hmm. Honestly, he would be thrown to the wolves. It wouldn't matter. So like I said, I don't think she should be thrown in jail, but she shouldn't be allowed to have any more kids if she does this. because putting her in jail is not going to help the situation. What is it going to change?
Exactly. You remember that story about Susan Smith, the one that drowned her kids in the car?
Which one?
I think her name was Susan Smith, something like that.
Yes. I love watching Deadly Women and stuff. So yeah, I know that is.
Yeah. So I can't remember exactly what it was. I think part of the reason she wanted to be with somebody, that's why she killed her kids. But didn't they say she had a mental illness too?
They will apply a mental illness to women because it's unfathomable for a woman to kill, let alone kill her children. Mm-hmm. So they always will say that postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the other?
But I believe with Susan Smith, she wanted to be with the guy. She was cheating on her husband or whatever, and he didn't want kids. So she drowned her kids and said that a black man stole their car. I think that's the same lady.
Yeah, they always try to blame the black man. We black, we have on all black, we got the black skull mask. Can't never get no description, but we just got on all black. How the fuck that work? How the fuck that works? And whoever this idiot that was dating her, I believe he probably encouraged her to do that.
Well, I don't know because he told her he didn't want kids. So because she wanted to be with him more than she wanted her kids became expendable. So that's really, and it's that simple. But she's going to be in prison for the rest of her life. Nobody thought that. No one was saying, "Oh well, we feel sorry for her." No, at least I wasn't. I didn't see anyone.
Hell no. I don't feel sorry.
I didn't see anyone coming to her aid.
Yeah. Anybody who murders a kid, I can't have no remorse for them because, like I said, kids are kids. And I believe a lot of us fail to realize that we were kids once. So how you going to get upset at another kid because they doing baby things? You know, we cried and shitted and pissed in mid-air. You took off the diaper and shit. So, I mean, what is so different about you raising somebody that's doing it to you? I mean, it's a circle of life. It's a circle of life.
I agree. However, you are a product of your environment. And
Absolutely.
That typically, initially, that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be the same kind of parent that you were subjected to unless you break the cycle.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people can't do that. I don't know why, but they can't.
Mm-hmm. DJ, where you at, bro? I thought you said you was calling back. Mister, I thought you said you was calling. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Now, as far as this, I heard you guys were talking about the lady who was saying that she taught her son how to fight.
That's the video I got pulled up now. Yeah, I haven't finished playing it yet, but that's the one I got pulled up now.
He got beat up by a kid.
Yes,
However,
he did. Yes,
now
he did.
You're saying that she's subjecting her son to violence, but at the same time, you don't want him to be bullied and
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. I mean, it's a double.
I don't believe, but look, I don't think it's a double-edged sword. I don't think that. I think you should have the same approach as you would to martial arts, self-defense. You don't go looking for a fight; it's to protect yourself. So teaching your child how to defend.
Hold on 1 minute. I mean, cut you off. Hold on 1 minute. Misty, are you pressing pound? Will you put in a pin? The pin is 144383. Pound. Maybe I should have put pound on the screen.
I had to push 1 pound because I wasn't a member.
You did what?
I had to push the number 1 in pound in addition to that because I wasn't a member, but then it patched me right through.
Yeah, that's what it should do. That's what it should do. And I think if she put that in, she should get in with no problem. She should get in no problem, but she said, I keep pushing the pound. Mister, what is it saying to you when you're trying to come in? What exactly is it saying? When you... She said she's going to try again. Okay, just listen to all the prompts. Because I think once you put it like Kelly did say, I think it's going to ask you if you're not a member, press pound 1 or some shit like that. But try again if you can. Because I want to talk to you too. All right. But yeah, Kelly, I mean, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Well, now you said it's not a double-edged sword. Go ahead, continue what you were saying. You said that you don't think it's a double-edged sword. Go ahead.
Well, I don't think I don't think that it's a double-edged sword in the sense that if, you know, because I plan to put my children in martial arts, and with martial arts, it's about self-defense, discipline. You don't go looking for a fight, but if one is brought to you, you know how to defend yourself. I don't view that as violence. But in this case, this mother, that's not what she's doing. And I don't see how she could have taught him how to fight, man, because he didn't want to fight, for one. And that little boy tore him up. So it doesn't really look like he did a good job in teaching him how to fight.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. Not at all. He didn't do a good job at all because once that little boy got him on the
But
ground.
I don't think you should make your kids fight if you don't have to. Fighting should be a last resort. She didn't have to fight. She's the adult in the situation. She could have been a mediator. Use this as an opportunity because the little boys look like each other, you know, in the sense that they're both black. They're little black boys. She could have used it as an opportunity to bring these two boys together instead of making them fight. They didn't have to. They're little kids. They're not teenagers. You know, they're not, you know, young adults or anything like that. They're kids. So she could have been a mediator.
And you know
and
what?
it could have come to.
I agree.
But,
I agree. And see, but listen to where I'm coming from on that. You know, like I said, I say it's a double-edged sword because who knows if the little slim boy ain't been fucking with him. And like I said, the way I grew up, if we ran for bullies, you know, they get tired of us running from bullies and say, you don't get your ass back out there and fight, I'm going to whoop your ass. So it's like you really ain't got a choice. So I say it's a double-edged sword.
But that's not really a good way to look at things. It's like saying, well, my mom did it to me, so it must be okay.
Yeah,
you know,
is that right? And see, that's the thing. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. You know, this is what I'm saying. That's how I grew up. I grew up was like that. I mean, I don't know how the generation's doing it now. So, of course, that's why I'm saying it's a double-edged sword because the way I was when I ran for bullies, they would tell me I better get my ass back out there and fight, or they gonna whoop my ass. So either way it go, I'm finna get an ass whooping regardless of what. What if this bully finna whoop my ass, or was the adult finna whoop my ass? But at the same time, on the other end, you know, I say, hey, okay, well, she probably teaching him not to be no punk because this little dude been fucking with him. So, you know, but you making some valid points too. That's why I say that's how I grew up like that. So, yes, she could have been a mediator and try to see what the hell was going on. But then again, when you living in a world of ratchetness, what you got left?
But she's contributing to the division
Absolutely.
amongst black men. You and Hamlet were just talking about how black men can't come together, and typically, unfortunately, that's because of a black woman that black men can't come together. Because when you're raised by your single black mom, and I'm just basing it on my own experiences, so of course it's a generalization, but you're raised by a single black mother who's constantly telling you how awful your father is and how much you look like him and how much you suck. So how could you possibly have respect for another man who's black and looks like your father when you hate him?
Absolutely.
So it's like
Absolutely.
that hatred for black men is instilled by black women, and it starts when they're kids. So you hate your father, and who looks like, and you look like him, and you act like him, and you remind your mother of him. So you, of course, are going to hate yourself as well.
And
so black kids, black boys, are taught to hate themselves by their mothers, unfortunately, and we just keep repeating the cycle.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I think any mother is scum when you try and tell your little child his father ain't shit. Because if you really look at the logic of that, then that means you ain't shit either because you fucked a no shit nigga. So how you gonna instill in your child head that his daddy ain't shit? Well, you probably knew the whole time you want to shit your damn self, but you still gave him the cookie.
True. But when you're a kid, you're not going to look at it, you know, like that. You'll grow up into a man and say the same things that Pamela is saying and you're saying. However, kids, you know, whether we want to realize it or not, they're not stupid. You know, kids aren't dumb.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
So hatred is taught at a very young age.
Absolutely.
And it's typically taught by those who look like us.
Absolutely.
So I mean, it has to start with us. We can't look at outside sources. You can't blame slavery. You can't blame none of that because none of us today know what it's like to be a slave. We have more opportunities available to us than any of our ancestors. And we owe it to them to be successful for that reason. So you can't carry a cross that you have no idea how heavy or what burden it was. So I don't allow that to be an excuse when black people try to tell me that's the reason why we're messed up, because we have things that they never had they never would have.
Thank you.
So there's no excuse for it. In 2017, we have the all-knowing internet and Google at our fingertips. Anything you want to know, you can know.
Thank you.
You don't know how to be a good parent, Google it. YouTube it, for Christ's sake.
Thank you.
There's no reason why we should be in this state that we're in today.
Girl, I'm so glad you came through. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. You are absolutely right in everything that you said. But like I said, I just want you to understand a lot of us was raised different, you know.
Me too. No, I was raised the exact same way you guys were. My parents are unfortunately exactly like the types that we talk about. However, I made a choice to be different because I looked at how it affected me, and I didn't want that for my kids. So even though I did not know how to do something, there's somebody out here who does. And like I said, there's no excuse when you can just Google something or YouTube something why you shouldn't be doing it. If you don't want to be, if you don't want to be ghetto or ratchet, you don't have to be.
Absolutely. Kelly, I love you for this, dear. Absolutely. I love you for this. Absolutely.
So I don't give excuses because there aren't any. There's no excuse you could give me that's valid, because anytime you say, well, white people do it too, white women do it too, that makes it, you're saying that white people are better than you. And I don't believe that anybody is better than anybody. I feel like we have the same opportunities they do, and we own this country because our ancestors' blood runs through this country. If anybody belongs here, it's black people. And that's the view that I have on it. If we stop acting like victims and take charge of our own lives, we be unstoppable.
Preach.
And it's not to say that I want to, discriminate against other people. I'm just saying that we have the power to be successful amongst ourselves, and you don't have to be a victim to do it because it's not helping us.
So
just like the two gay guys in the welfare office. Come on, man. That's embarrassing.
Ain't that a damn shame? Did he cut a little fruity move at the end? Ain't that a damn shame? That's a motherfucker.
Yeah, and you can't blame, but people like to still say that it's white people that like to see us like this, but it's not white people who are doing it. Just like those movies in which black men are viewed in dresses or extra feminine. If there wasn't a black man to take the role, they wouldn't be able to do it.
Absolutely.
So we have to still look at ourselves even in that.
Absolutely. And see, and here's my thing too, Kelly. I don't know where we get this from, try to blame everything on a white person. As a matter of fact, not even a white person. We got some that blame each other as the reason for our downfall. And when it ain't nobody else's fault but yours, because like I said in the last show, you saw it. The saying goes, if you want something done, you got to do it what?
Yourself.
There you go. Amen. If you want something done, you got to do it yourself. Nobody going to take care of your business like you. Nobody's going to love you like you. Nobody going to have the same ambition as you. And you probably a hardworking woman, but you got these leeches on you thinking when you get paid, they get paid. You got a lot of motherfuckers like that. I know you got somebody in your family that come to you every time you get paid. They got some bullshit ass story talk about something going on.
Yeah, and they don't even call you to say hello.
Thank you. Thank you. Motherfuckers, you ain't seen it on or how long. You get your money. Hey, I'm cousin Ray Ray. You cousin who? Cousin Ray Ray. What part of the family? And what you doing at my door? What are you doing at my door? I don't know you, nigga. I don't know you. What you at my door for? Man.
And that's one thing I always say. There's people in my family that I don't talk to because, for one reason or another, but you would never see me calling them, asking them for anything, and that's something that I don't understand why we do that. it's crazy.
You know what, Kelly?
Always have a top story. And I've noticed that in black people, amongst black people, at least in my family, when they ask for help, they're asking for money. Exactly. And if you're not, they don't want to take advice. And I don't believe in giving money to people who aren't changing their behavior. For example, I had a family member who was behind on some bills, like thousands of dollars behind on some bills. Mm-hmm. And they were asking, can I get the money to, pay these bills? And I said no, because you're not going to change the behavior that led up to you having the $1,500 bill.
Thank you.
So I'm not going to give you money. And that's the way that I view things.
My days of giving anybody shit is over. Anything you get from me, you're going to earn it, because you're not going to pay me back. It's mighty funny, but I'm getting to this too. It's mighty funny you can remember to ask me for shit and don't have an attitude. But when I got to try to borrow my shit back and you get an attitude, man, damn, I ain't number $20. Nigga, did you say that when I gave it to you? Did you say that? Why I got to hunt you down for 2 or 3 damn weeks for $20 fucking dollars? That you could hustle
and
up.
It doesn't even matter the amount of money. It's the principle of the matter.
Exactly. It's the principle of it.
If I ask to borrow money from you, the key word being borrow, that means I have an intention and an obligation to pay you back.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely, Kelly. It's the principle, and that's what we lacking now. We don't have no more principles. We don't have no more morals. Everything is about take. We don't want to give shit. We just want to take. And then you need it.
And that's one thing we don't realize as black people. You're taking, but you're not moving. We're not moving anywhere collectively as a people.
Absolutely.
Notice the black people who are successful, they had to cut themselves off from black people. Michael Jordan doesn't live in the hood. Dr. Dre doesn't live in the hood. Ice Cube doesn't live in the hood. None of those people live in the areas that they claim to represent.
Absolutely. Look, y'all in the chat room, man, y'all throw some hearts and thumbs up for this girl. This girl making my day. Y'all throw them hearts and stuff up there. Go, they doing it too. Y'all show us some love. Cause this girl preaching. She preaching. And that's the thing, Kelly.
I'm just saying, a lot of people think that I grew up in the suburbs because of the way that I talk. I am from the hood. I grew up on the east side of Detroit. I went to all of the ghetto high schools that everybody else went to. I just viewed life differently, and I wanted more for myself. Like, I want more for my kids. I believe that excuse me, my mom was on welfare. There's no reason, and I have to be on welfare. There's no reason why my kids should ever see it. Ever.
Kelly,
I don't.
Girl, I can sit up there and take up the rest of the show with you, but I can't do it. I'm giving everybody else a chance to talk. I am so glad you brought that up. I have heard motherfuckers that get well over $700 worth of food stamp, and still would not put food in their house. I come on there and ask, man, damn, can I get a pack of hot dog? I ain't got shit in my house. I ain't got no food either. How the fuck you got $700 in food stamp? You ain't got no food in your house. You supposed to take care of home first. You supposed to be like Dave Hollister. Take care of home.
And I know people who do it. I know people who will sell their food stamps in a minute. They sell them, and it's just sad, because I don't think you should take something. Like I said, taking something you don't need is taking from somebody who does, and that's just the way that I view it. I feel like life is a lot more simple than we make it.
Exactly.
I don't personally. I've seen family members do some shiesty stuff. Don't even get started on the fake taxes, bro. Like the women who have been working day all year round, but they get $5,000, $8,000 tax checks.
Hey, Kelly, hold up. Let's go there. Don't back down. Let's go there. Ain't it so motherfucking ridiculous that they get all that money and they don't get what they need? They get what the fuck they want. If you ain't got no car, you don't take $8,000 and put half of that down on a car. You don't, girl, you finna get me preaching. You don't take half of that shit and put it on a car, but you take it to get your hoochified outfits. You take it to get your outfits that's showing everything. Know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got no clothes, period. You going to the club every goddamn day, but your kids still sitting here looking raggedy. Know what I'm saying? With the bullshit clothes on.
But not only that, Chris. It's like I said, and I have these people in my family. I see it. I see it every year around tax season. They don't work a day at all year round. They live in subsidized housing. Not that there's anything wrong with welfare, because a lot of people think because you're talking about these particular people who abuse the system that there's a problem with needing help. Everybody needs help in their life at some point, and that's what it's there for.
Amen.
For help.
Amen.
It's not for you to live on generation to generation to generation.
Amen. But
so now that I've said that, we're talking about a particular group of people here. These women, they don't work. They have an ass load of kids. They live in subsidized housing where they only pay $2 a month for rent, and I'm not even exaggerating. $2 a month.
No, you're not. No, you're not exaggerating. I heard
everything's included in their rent. They don't have a car. They can't drive. They don't do anything. But you get $8,000 to $10,000 a year in tax returns for kids for a job you never worked. So they're doing this fraudulently. But you're still living in subsidized housing the next year.
Kelly,
and that's the part that I don't understand. You're not coming up from this. You're staying in the same position you were already in.
I promise you.
You're not moving forward.
Man, I promise you, I could talk to you all night. You are absolutely right. One of my previous landlords, they offer Section 8. And one of them had told me they had somebody who was staying in one of their places for $2. And the motherfucker lost the place. I said, how the fuck you lose a place with $2 rent? I can pay my rent up for 5 fucking years for $2 Where this house at? I move that motherfucker right now.
Longer than that.
Damn right. Hold on, pay that shit. Hell, pay that shit for eternity. Give me rent. Give me a decent place, and the rent ain't number $2. Man, shit, you won't hear from me in a minute. I won't call you for a goddamn thing. $2?
Yeah.
You can't keep a $2 rent.
And not only do they pay $2 rent, but they get, like I said, $700 a month in food stamps.
Exactly.
They get cash assistance. They get child support on top of all of that too, and then turn around to be living with a woman. Those are the ones that kill me. You done had like 3-4 kids, and now you turning around and be with a woman, and you're still doing all that same stuff.
Hold on, Kelly. What about this? Speak on this one. What about the one that get all their benefits, but got a nigga laying up on him who ain't doing shit to help him, but he living off of her? And she getting herself fucked up. She getting herself fucked up because she letting another nigga live off of her, and when she ain't barely got shit herself.
Well, she doesn't view it that way. My mom says those type of dudes, they only give you one thing, and that's a wet butt. And a lot of women will tell you that the worst
Amen,
dudes
sister.
out here,
Amen.
The worst dudes out here have the best penis. I can't speak from experience on that, but that's what they say.
Girl, look here. I'd have had plenty of taco meat. I'd have had plenty of taco meat. Ain't nothing that damn good where I'm going to fuck myself out of a roof on my head. I'm just being real. Ain't no taco meat that damn good that I'm going to fuck up where I stay at. Ain't no taco meat that damn good where I'm finna lose my damn car. There's no taco meat that damn good that I'm going to lose everything I work my ass off to get. If it get that serious, then give me some lubrication. Me and Fistina, we'll go at it. Me and Fistina, we'll go at it. Ain't no taco meat that damn good. And I done had some good taco meat.
It all goes back to this idolation, this idolatry that we have for the black woman and the black community. Unfortunately, it all goes back to that.
Exactly.
Because if women made better choices as men, truly, like I said in my initial video when I first started talking about this stuff publicly, if women made better choices than men, we wouldn't be having conversations like this.
Amen.
They'll lay down and have a baby for anybody, and then are surprised when he doesn't want to take care of them because all he wanted you for was sex to begin with, and you knew that.
Amen.
But you thought having a baby would tie him down to you for what reason? I have no idea.
Amen, sister. Amen, sister. Kelly, thank you so much, dear. I've been wanting to talk to you for the longest. As a matter of fact, I still need to do a one-on-one with you because that post you did about taking off a condom, I got a couple of stories I want to talk about that one. So we definitely got to get a one-on-one going and talk about that. And talk about that. Do Mr. Pope want to say anything?
You said Mr. Pope?
Yeah. Do you want to say anything?
Does Lawrence want to say something?
Yeah. Do you want to say anything before I let you go?
No, he said he'll listen. He'll be there next time.
Oh, cool. That's what's up then. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he more than welcome to too. Matter of fact, before we go, how is he enjoying the show?
I'm sorry?
I said, matter of fact, before I put you back on mute, how is he enjoying the show? You say he listen. How is he enjoying it?
He said he loves the show. He's enjoying very much.
Appreciate it. Well, congratulations to y'all. You got a handsome boy, and hey, y'all do y'all thing, man. Congratulations to both y'all. Much love to y'all. Peace out. Much love to y'all.
And I'll keep listening.
All right, thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Man, wow. Kelly Pope. That's what's up. It was an honor to talk to that lady. It was. Because a lot of stuff Kelly says, I agree with. But at the same time, I can understand that a lot of people probably feel like that maybe she goes overboard with a lot of stuff that she say. And that's understandable. But we got to stop acting like this shit don't go on. We got to stop acting like that. Everything that woman said, she's absolutely right. I done seen it for myself. And again, how the fuck you get a $2 rent and can't keep up $2 rent? How the fuck you get over $700 worth of fucking food stamp but ain't got no food in your house? But you sit there and letting this sorry ass motherfucking nigga stand up in your shit fucking you all day and night. He can't offer you nothing but dick and nut. And you gonna let this nigga fuck up a good thing that you got? Man, give me a fucking break. Like I told y'all, I'd have had a plenty good cookie, taco meat, whatever you want to call it. I had many of it. But I'd be damn, I'm finna let that shit fuck me off. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Real talk. That woman hit everything with the nail on her coffin. Kelly Pope, thank you so much, dear. And hopefully I do get a chance to talk to Mr. Pope, man to man, you know. Give his views on a lot of shit that's going on. Would have been nice to talk to him tonight too, but I understand though. It's all good. I'm gonna check out my chat room, see what's going on in here real quick. But before I do it, bring my man DJ C back in. Brother Smooth. DJ.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, man. Did you hear that, brother?
Man, I was just smiling from ear to ear that whole time that Kelly was preaching, man, because she pretty much hit the nail on the head on every single point.
Absolutely.
Because if you really think about it, she spoke so eloquently, but yet she said she's from the hood. What does that tell you? It don't mean that every single woman or man that's from the hood has to stay the same.
Thank
you.
You
can change.
Thank you.
And
you
you
know
can
what?
change for the better.
And
She's
you know
married
what?
with 2 children, if I'm not mistaken. She has a husband. She has that husband. And, hey, to me, that gave me hope just listening to her talk.
Absolutely.
Because guess what? You don't want to be ratchet. Every man don't want to be hood, but at the same time, if you have to be, you just have to be. But do better. That's all we have to do. We can do better than this. Stop making excuses.
Thank
just
you.
do better.
And that's the one thing I love about her as a black woman saying that. Because we get to the point, that's what we doing now. We're making excuses for every goddamn thing. Everything is an excuse. You fart is an excuse. I mean, come on, everything is an excuse. We got to come out that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes we do try to get stuff going on, and we do fail. But again, like I preach all the time, dust yourself off and try again.
Absolutely.
Dust yourself off and try again. So, Kelly Pope, I don't know about nobody else. It was an honor for me to talk to you. That was an honor for me.
Oh, yeah.
That was an honor
I
for
wish
me.
I could've been on with her.
That was a milestone for me to talk to a woman like that. I'm going to have to bring Misty in. She said she having a problem getting in, so we're going to bring Misty in. So give me, let's see, what do I do right here? Hold on. Oops. Oh, there we go. Okay. Man, that was an honor.
Hey, Chris, what's up?
Hey, Mister, this you?
Yep, it's me.
All right, hold on. Let me merge you.
You sound a little weird here. Say something again?
No, I was saying let me merge you.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, DJ, we got Misty on the line.
Thank
what's up,
goodness.
Hey,
What's up?
Misty.
I don't know what was going on with that pen. It was getting on my nerves.
You know what? It's you know what? You're not the only one that had a problem with that, because I think Leon was having a problem with that once upon a time. So I don't know. I don't know. So when usually that happen, I just call y'all in and I can merge you in the call so everybody can still hear you and everything. But thanks for wanting to be a part of the call, dear.
Oh, no problem. There's a lot of good topics that I wanted to talk about.
Well, go ahead.
The last one, though, I like when Kelly said that they think that she's from the suburbs, but she actually grew up in the ghetto. And what I was saying in the chat room is it's actually a mentality. A lot of people say that they can't do any better than their surroundings, than their environment, but I believe it's because they don't want to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to step up and do something other than living in the ghetto, hearing policemen banging at the doors and seeing kids running around without a home, you're going to want to try to strive to get out of that environment. And when you don't, it's because mentally you're lazy.
Thank you. Thank
A
you.
lot of times.
Thank you. Amen. Amen, sister. Amen. Oh, shit, we got another one. Go ahead, Mr. Preach. Preach.
I'm talking from experience because I have family in Brooklyn. And when you were talking about the welfare system, they've been on welfare for decades. Okay?
What?
Yes, for decades. My aunt must be about in her 50s, maybe about 53 now. And she's been on welfare. She got her first place when she was 34. She was living with my grandmother up until that time. And and she's in the projects in Brooklyn. And it's pretty sad because she makes the excuse, well, this is all I can do. But I never saw her try to do anything other than smoking crack. And that's her house. Yes. Yeah, she took me to a crack house when I was 4 years old. She was supposed to be taking me. Oh, yeah. She was supposed to be taking me to the store and brought me down there to a crack house.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Wow. And for years, I have watched her and my other aunts just not do anything. And they just basically try to blame it on...
Hold on. Hey, Joe, I've been waiting on you, boo. You know you got to call in. Well, I don't know. You've been keeping up with the show. That's one of my favorite ladies right there, Joe. She go talk about, I don't want to be hogging up your show. I just like listening to everybody. No, you're not hogging the show. I mean, shit, multiple people getting called. I mean, and if you're the only one who's going to call and talk, how you hogging the show? So
right. Yeah, can I add something? Can I add something to what Missy was talking about?
Go ahead, brother.
When she was talking about how she was talking about her aunts was like just staying on welfare until she's like 53 right now currently, and that she feels that there's nothing she can do. The one thing us as people, whether it's black, white, yellow, or whatever we want to call ourselves, the one thing that we tend to forget is that words give words power. And if we speak something into the atmosphere, it's going to come back to you one way or another. If you're going to speak positive, you're going to get positive. If you speak negative, you're going to get negative. And plus, a lot of times we have a lazy mentality to where, like, as long as we get this and, like, it's being given to us for free or whatever else, why do we have to do something? Y'all don't hear me.
Absolutely. No, they don't hear you, bro. They don't hear you.
No, DJ, I agree with you 100%. And that is another thing that I wanted to say. They have been negative all of their life. They have been. And they feel as if, they don't need to, like you said, go out and get a job when it's being given to them.
Absolutely.
And seeing that, because you don't have to be a product of the people that you're around, helped me to realize that's not where I want to be.
So, Mister, I got to ask you this. Because when our parents do shit like that, when they do stupid shit like that, bringing us around drug house and coke house and all this shit like that, they tend to think that we ain't supposed to remember shit like that, but we do. but when we bring it up, it's like they in denial of what they have done. So I got to ask you, have you ever tried to bring this up and say, you know, hey, that hurt me when you did that? Did you ever try to bring this up? And if you did, what was the response you got?
Well, I did try to bring it up, and her response is that she didn't remember it. And yeah, isn't that funny how they get amnesia when they do stuff like that?
Exactly.
I don't remember that.
It's like, I was too high, I don't remember. And then I told my father, and he was like, yeah, I don't...
Hold on, miss. If y'all want to call in, again, the number is 724-444-7444. PIN number is 144383. If you are having problems getting in, I will call you in and merge you with the call, because we got some good people calling into the show. And I was, again, let me apologize about earlier, because apparently I wasn't seeing the chat when y'all was saying y'all having problems. You know, because I'm like, I know damn well I ain't got this number wide open and ain't nobody calling this some bitch. But, you know, now I see y'all was having problems getting in. So, once again, the number is 724-444-7444. PIN number to this show is 144383. Probably going to wrap it up in a little while. So, if you want your voice to be heard, you're more than welcome to call. And as always, I will be loading this show up to my YouTube page later and showing people what me and DJ are doing behind the scenes. So, again, 724-444-7444, PIN number 144383. And ladies and gentlemen, we got my man DJ C, my co-host with the most, and we got the lovely Misty on the line. So go ahead, Miss. I just want to put that out there. Go ahead, dear.
Yeah, and it's funny too that you know, black people, they don't want to admit when they've done something wrong. You either have to accept what happened to you, or don't talk about it at all. Because if you try to bring it up, then they start to get angry or attitude. And that's another thing when we were talking about mental illness in the black community. I watched my sister beat the hell out of her younger son. Wow. And I'm not talking about, and I didn't watch it, but he would come to the house with black eyes and things like that. And I said, what the hell happened to my nephew, you know? And she was like, well, I made a mistake and slapped him the wrong way. But a slap doesn't cause a black eye like that.
Only way an accident would cause a black eye if he fell and hit the corner or something. That's the only way I can see that. Right. But the way you describe it, she been hitting on that man, that young boy. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Exactly. She was.
Yeah, she called out there.
Yeah, and you would see her sometimes before I took care of them myself. Sometimes she would be sitting there and she would be so riled up that she can't attack him because I'm there, that she would be tearing. And this is not normal. This is a mental illness. This is something that, and I've told her before, I said, you know, you need to go get checked out, a psychiatrist or something, because whatever's going on with you, you're taking it out on my nephew here. And, yeah, there's a problem. Black people don't want to admit that because they feel like it's a sign of weakness or, you know, whatever stigma comes behind getting help, they don't want it attached to them.
Absolutely.
So she said, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I said, but you think it's normal to bloody your son's nose, black his eyes, beat him to the point where he's just laying there?
Right.
That is not normal. But that happens a lot in the black community, and they don't want to do anything about it.
And you know what? You're absolutely right. And that's why I did that video. If you remember, you know, the young generation need us, and we need them to be our legacy. But how is that possible when you're hearing stories like this? So you're talking about when you get angry, you get miserable, you get depressed, and you're taking it out on an innocent child. Remember what that white bitch did to that boy? Her and that Negro, that whole ass nigga?
Oh, yeah.
Left that baby outside like that in the cold all that trash. He eating out the trash. They leaving him in water and all types of the night. He walking out in the cold with them wicky sticks.
Handcuffing them.
Yeah.
Right, handcuffing them. And I had a couple people say, man, they couldn't finish watching it because they pissed them off. And it did me too.
It really did.
It did me too. But, you know, I just feel like I need to be a voice for that, even though it probably been talked about a year or two ago. But it need to be brought up because this shit ain't happening to just him. It ain't happening to just him.
No.
It's all over the world. It's all over the world. It's all over the world. So, damn, mister, you
but
know.
do you notice, though, that other races don't mind going and getting help or checked out faster than black people mentally?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
See that all the time.
Right. And it's just like you said, I think it's a self-esteem thing, you know what I'm saying? When people find out that we do have some mental issues, you know, I think it's a self-esteem thing. I think it is. But you got to put that shit aside. Because we all know you didn't ask to have whatever you got, just like that story I did about the lady the other day. She didn't ask to have bipolar. She didn't ask to have schizophrenia. She didn't ask for none of that shit. It's just unfortunate that she got it. And she made some fucked up decisions. That's probably going to cost her the rest of her life.
But black people also run on unnecessary pride and arrogance, though. And that's the very thing that helps them to stay down. Because they won't admit to anything, and it's always they can handle it on their own. Do you guys agree?
Absolutely.
I agree 100%, definitely. Because it says in God's word that pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before fall. What do y'all guys see right now? What do you see?
With the black community?
Yes. What do you see in
our
our black
arrogance. A bunch of arrogance and pride.
All the spirits and they falling like crazy. Come on now. Y'all want me to preach up in this piece. I've been to church this morning.
and you'll get the lowliest black person and, you know, try to extend something or help them, and they will real quick say no because of that pride. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to humble yourself down to the ground sometimes to get where you want to be. I'm telling you, I work hard, and I get everything that I've got. I broke my back for, and a lot of times I've had to bite my tongue, and I've had to lower myself, and you know, just play. I'm not talking about brown nosing, but you know, lower yourself.
You got to play the role, so to speak.
Exactly, so that you can get to where you need to be, and it also puts you in a position to watch and learn as you're able to move up. Because if you're so busy standing around, nobody can tell me nothing, and I know this and I know that, you're going to be ignorant all your life.
Uh-oh.
She preached the nation.
Brother Pope said he's going to join the call. He said,
Put
okay.
him in. Bring him in.
I don't see him yet, but I just see him in the chat room. He said, okay, I'll join the call. Well, come on down.
Bring him in.
Come on down.
Bring him in.
Come on down.
Out. Come on out.
Come on out. Yeah, come on out. Come on out. Come on out. So, Misty, first of all, let me say I apologize what you went through. You know, I don't think nothing is really worse. Well, I think molestation is the worst, but you had people taking you to a crack house.
Yeah.
Which it could have led to, if you wanted the drugs that bad, they could have sold you off.
Yeah.
Because I'd have heard of stories, people so addicted to this shit, they'll sell their child off just to get their hit. Remember what they said in the Temptation movie? David Ruffin was so sprung on that shit that he gave up that nice-ass car just to get a hit.
He gave that car up.
Gave that car just to get a hit.
Yep.
And nobody knew how he died. That's the sad thing about it. Nobody knew how he died.
Yep.
But, of course, they probably got speculation it had something to do with the drug game. You know, that's how he died. You know?
Right.
You know, so, anyway, Miss, I apologize, but you know what? Hey, you still here today. It's 2017. You strong. You speaking about it. You speaking about it, and I love you for this. Just like Brandy.
Yeah, I could still remember the smell of that crack. It smells like burnt plastic. I still remember the way it looked. And this is not just a crack house in the suburbs. No, this is in Brooklyn, New York, okay? And it's really bad there. And it was downstairs in a dark basement. You couldn't see anything. The little bit that you could see is the filthy couch that she was sitting on in her drug dealer and a fold-out chair. And then there were people moving around in the shadows in the back, and it just smelled like burnt plastic everywhere and doo-doo. It was a horrible experience. And Chris, you're right. Yeah, and Chris is right. Anything could have happened because I remember she didn't have the money, and she was just begging for a piece of the rock, okay? She was like, you don't have to give me the whole rock, just give me a piece of it. And he was getting angry and yelling at her and telling her to get out. And the only reason that we made it out of there is because I was 4 and I got scared, so I started crying to the top of my lungs, and he felt sorry that a little girl was down there in that basement. So he was like, take her and get out. If it wasn't for her, I would have killed you today.
Oh, my God.
I remember it like it was yesterday. He said, if it wasn't for this little girl here, I would have killed you. Because you don't have money and you're asking me for rocks, and I've given you, you know, he was basically saying that he has done this before, given her pieces, and she hadn't paid. So he was a very nasty one. And now that I look back today, you know, I definitely could have lost my life down there. If he just didn't care, he could have killed us both, and nobody would have known.
Misty, I got to ask you, dear. I noticed you didn't mention your father. Where was he at?
He was at the house. He let her take me to the store. Now, everybody knew that she was a crackhead and that she was running after crack, so I have no idea why he let me go with her. I have no idea. When I told him, he was like, oh, you crazy and stuff like that, but he really didn't. Now that I look at it, the reaction, he didn't know, but the reaction that he gave wasn't one of real rage and anger. It was just like, wow, what you did was messed up. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't really the best example himself, which doesn't really give me, or hadn't through the years, I'm learning, a good impression of black men.
Well, Mr. I know that was
now we know why we're getting half the hell we get now.
Yeah, you know, I know that was a long time ago, but my heart still goes out to you. But then, like I said, you're here today. A woman that's able to breathe, speak, walk, and talk, eat, sleep, shit, you know, the normal thing that humans do. You know, so, hey, my hat's off to you. Matter of fact, my hat's off to anybody who went through some shit like this. Think about Brandy. I don't know you was here when we had Brandy on the phone.
I was.
Oh, my God. That was horrible what that lady went through. That was horrible.
Oh, she went through a lot.
Yes. But you know what, Mister? But you know what, Mister? Just like her, whoever want to listen to this, you're going to be an inspiration, too. I promise you. When I loaded it up on YouTube and I sent that link to somebody, they said that Brandy was an inspiration to them coming from somebody that is shy. Brandy was an inspiration to her. And I guess whenever she catch me live, she will call in because Brandy was an inspiration to her. And that makes me feel good because y'all see the aurora that me and DJ give out. We can't pass. I'm not going to pass judgment on none of y'all because we all got stories. Preach.
Right.
We all got stories. We all done been through some shit. So I'm not here. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. You know, I'm not going to say this shit on a God get judge. I mean, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, we all done been through some shit. But the good thing about it, we all grown and we still here today. And here I am. I never thought I'd be on here doing, I guess, underground radio talk. Underground radio talk. Who would think I'd be sitting up here doing this underground radio talk, you know?
Underground.
Yeah, you know, I call it underground because I'm not famous yet, but, you know, with good people like y'all who following and participating, I will get there. I will get there. But, Mister, I'm going to ask you this one last question, and I'll put you on mute. You can stay on and listen to the show. You can go back in the chat room, wherever you choose to do. So, you know, me and Kelly was talking about this fight, and, you know, I was saying it was a double-edged sword. And she brought up some good points, too, but I was trying to tell her from the point of view that how I grew up, you know, you don't get your ass out there and fight, we going to whoop your ass. So it was like we didn't have a choice because either way it go, either the bully going to whoop our ass or our parents going to whoop our ass. So it's pretty much we was thrown back out to the wolves. And, you know, and I think she understood where I was coming from because I think at the end she said, yeah, I mean, it was kind of like that with her, too. But, you know, but she made some excellent points about this situation. And I haven't even played this whole video yet, but she said she already seen it. So, you got a woman that's egging her son on a flight. And like I said, my thing is, I hate that she's contributing for the youth to be fighting, but at the same time, because I can't stress enough, consider how I grew up. She don't want her son to be a punk.
Right.
You know, but at the same time, though, we way past the 80s. We way past the 90s. We in 2017. Little kids like that shooting motherfuckers too.
Yeah.
And I got a story I got to do. Somebody see me, a 12-year-old shot at the police.
Yeah.
I got a story I got to do. I got a whole lot of stories they've been sending to me in their page. That's why I say, somebody make me a photo and email it to me. That's a lot of shit I got to cover. But I appreciate y'all picked me to talk about it. I appreciate it. And my man Daniel, he got something he want me to do. I got to get it. I got to holler at him because he got a story that he want me to do. You know, and I don't know if he's in the chat. Is he? I doubt it, but he'll probably watch this later on, you know what I'm saying? And I get him on a call, my man Daniel Thomas, because he called in one of the shows, man, and that was an honor, too, to talk to that brother. It was an honor. So, you saw this, and I think you probably seen a little bit of this fight. You see the big girl egging it on, you know. Yeah. So, what is your thoughts on something like this? You think, is this another add-on to the destruction that's already going, or could you look at this as a learning lesson?
I think it adds to the destruction. And the reason why I said that is because when I watched this video earlier, the one thing that she said that annoyed me was that she's teaching him how to be a man. There's more aspects to being a man than just throwing up your fist and fighting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Amen.
Yeah, because I understand that as a little boy, you have to know how to defend yourself, but that needs to be put in a proper perspective. Mm-hmm. Not out on the streets, scrapping on the ground like a thug.
Thank you.
The best thing, and since I've raised my nephews, I know what it is to try to help to raise a young man. And the biggest thing that you could do is teach them how to think.
Absolutely.
How to conduct themselves.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that, yes, because that will take them farther. I have a nephew right now, and he's very successful state inspector and everything. Mm-hmm. And he got that way because he thought his way through difficult situations. Mm-hmm. He saw problems. He saw issues because of what I instilled in him when he was younger, and knew how to avoid them. These are the kinds of things that should be instilled in young men. Mm-hmm. Not how to throw up your fist, because at this day and age, that will get you killed.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's why I say the young kids, they shooting too. If a 12-year-old can shoot at the police, he'll shoot at a regular motherfucker too, if he'll shoot at the police.
That's right.
And see, here's my thing.
What's that word?
Yeah, see, here's my thing. And people don't understand it. They want to say the police, they had to kill him. Well, when you shooting at a police, matter of fact, not just the police, if you shooting at anybody, period, it's a life and death situation then. Even if for a young kid, it's a life and death situation. If you got a kid shooting at you, what the fuck you supposed to do? Bullets ain't got no name on it. Oh, girl, don't get me preaching again. Bullets ain't got no name on it. Bullets ain't got no name on it. It ain't got no heart in it. It ain't got no brain. Once you point a gun and go pow, wherever that bullet goes, that's where it's gonna go. And if you do it again, pow.
Exactly.
Wherever you shooting at, that's where that bullet gonna go. You do it again, pow. Bullet does not have a name. A bullet, all the thing bullet got is earning opportunity. You better holler at your boy.
Mm-hmm.
Preach.
And I feel like the minute that somebody picks up a gun, you have already determined in your head that you want to die that day.
Thank you.
You don't know if you're going to walk away from that.
Thank you.
You know?
Come on.
Come on with it, mister. Come on, preach. Preach. Preach.
Because they feel like it's okay to just say, yeah, I'll just get a gun and I'll just walk out on the street. But you fail to realize, unless you want to die, that the guy that you're going for is also picking up a gun.
Absolutely.
So you don't want to go home. You don't want to see another day. That's how I look at it. It's not cool.
Exactly.
No.
And the main thing about this right here, about these two boys fighting on, saying this woman is allowing a nincompoop or imbecile, whatever you want to call it, to record this, and they out there just having a good time. This shit is funny to them. This shit is funny to them. I seen a video where the I seen a video where the dude came and broke up a fight, and he was telling them the truth. He said, "Look, your friends laughing at you. They laughing at y'all. Them ain't your friends. They laughing at y'all." And he said at the end, he said at the end, "I'm not gonna leave till y'all shake hands." And he even told the other boy, he said, "You look madder than him." You know, so
they ain't no better than they are.
Right. And that man came in there and made peace. Now, who to say what they did when they got home? Maybe they finished the bout. I don't know. But to see a black man, they came in there and said, "Hey, they ain't for you, man. They laughing at y'all." And he absolutely right, because the next day of school, they're gonna be like, "Hey, so-and-so got the fight, and he got his ass whooped." Clapping their hands, shit. He got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped. And he absolutely right. They laughing at y'all, man. These ain't your motherfucking friends. They ain't your motherfucking friends.
They ain't help out or nothing. They just
Right.
Nothing. But yeah, they just laughing at you.
So, Mister.
And they're just sitting there just watching everything.
Exactly.
That's why I say thinking ability, instill it in your kids, because if you instill that into your child, they would see the situation and see that these people aren't doing anything but trying to get me killed or hurt out here. I'm not going to buy into the hype.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Amen. So,
yeah.
Mister, let me ask you this one last question. Everything that you seen me talk about so far, and I'm only through some of the videos. I still got a couple more videos, and shout out to Punway for posting these videos. This is content he posted. But after everything I just talked about so far, I got a question to ask you. Is this a motherfucker? Okay. Is this a motherfucker ridiculous?
Yes, it is.
It's a motherfucker ridiculous. It's a mother. It's not. It's ridiculous.
You know it is.
Right. I've been having full trip when I said it. It's a motherfucking ridiculous.
I love when Chris says that. Yes, it
is. Misty, dear, thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. That's my real number. Hey, call me or text me. If you want another show or you got something you want to talk about, hey, me and DJ, we'll come on here and do a show. I mean, I love you for this. This is great. That's 3 women now who came in and talked with some common sense. So,
not a problem.
Yeah, I love you. Me love you long time. Me love you long time for this, but I'm not horny. Me love you long time.
I love you too.
I love you too,
you guys got a good show. I'm telling you, I'm addicted.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me on here.
Hey, check it out. Well, you don't have to hang up. I can just mute you. You can still stay on and listen unless you just want to go back in the chat room. That's up to you. But, dear, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm going to hop back in the chat.
Okay, then. Okay.
Thank you for the support.
Thank you, mister.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for that.
All right.
Love you.
What the fuck did I just do? Hold on, DJ. Hold on.
Welcome to TalkShoe. Please enter the call ID followed by the pound key. You are now joining the call. You are unmuted.
DJ, you still there?
Still here.
Yeah, man, I made a mistake. I didn't just let the damn thing hang up by itself. I fucked around and hung up the goddamn phone my goddamn self. We had Michigan on the phone. I believe that was Mr. Pope.
Might be LN.
Yeah, that was LN Pope. I was just gonna get to him. So Mr. Pope, if you're listening, go on call back in, bro. Go on call back in. My fault. Shout out to the 27 likes, hearts with the laughs, and 8 shares. Man, y'all showing y'all boy love. That's what's up. And I think we hit a peak of 15 people earlier. We had 15 people came in and watched, brother. You know what I'm saying? So we making moves.
Love it.
We making moves and we getting a lot of people attention. But let me let Punway back in for a minute, because I know he been waiting, because I seen he said a couple of things in the chat. Bring him back in. Then we're going to bring Mr. Pope back in. We're going to bring Mr. Pope in.
All right.
Punway, you unmuted, bro.
Y'all over here cooking.
Oh, you is?
Hey, I said, y'all over there cooking. Y'all over there cooking Sunday night dinner. Good combo over there. Hell yeah.
I like that, man. That's a good term. Right
that
there.
is,
We
bro.
enjoying
That
our own
is,
cooking
bro,
at the
man.
same church.
You
We
know
enjoying
what?
our own cooking.
I'm enjoying this show. You know what? I still ain't been to sleep yet, man, but I'm enjoying this show, though. I'm enjoying this show, man. Y'all folks giving me energy, man, because we need people like y'all to talk on some real shit like this. You know what I'm saying? We need to stop bullshitting, stop blaming, and come together. And that's what me and DJC doing. We are coming together. We coming together, man. And we bringing folks like y'all together, man. So I want to give you a chance to say something before I go back to Michigan, because I know you've been in and out on the chat, and you've been wanting to say some stuff, man. So let you say a few things, and I'm get back to Michigan, because Michigan back on the line.
Oh, well, off top, I guess I just got to say, just tell Kelly, if you could tell little Lars, I said Goo Goo Gaga.
There you go.
But real talk, you know, I know I typed it, but I really want to just openly say while I'm on here, congratulations to Kelly and Ellen. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful to see that. There's a whole bunch of conversations going on. I just went to the store. Y'all caught me going to the store. I got a whole bunch of notes on paper. So if y'all want to let me back in a little while. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know.
I will. Well, if I'm still alive, in a few minutes, I will. Depending on how long me and Mr. Pope finna talk, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
I just want to talk to him too.
Let me say one thing real quick about pride.
Okay.
Okay. I heard you say that. I wanted to say that. The same way black people have the pride where we can't admit where we've hurt, abused, violated, traumatized each other, destroyed each other's lives. It's the same way we can't admit when we got our ass whooped, and that's that same pride where black people are shooting each other.
Preach. That's well said right there, Conway. Well said, because that pretty much all comes together in the same circle.
As I stated earlier, they got memes about hug your homeboy now because you know niggas gonna get killed this summer.
Look,
what kind of shit is that?
Yeah, wow, man, that's why I say if somebody
like a prophecy right there, if you think about
that's
it.
What I'm saying.
A prophecy.
If somebody was to say that to me, man, I think you the one trying to set me up. Fuck you mean?
It's a low expectation. It's either we got it so bad or you got it so bad.
You got it bad.
Because the same way we have that false sense of pride. What we really have is a low self-worth of each other. We don't value ourselves. We don't value each other. Damn.
Right. We don't value life. Oh
shit!
Period.
What you done did, bro?
We don't value life. Period.
What you done did, bro? What you done did?
I thought it was on safety.
Oh Lord! All right, now Conway, don't you go shooting nobody?
I know, right? Don't you go out there going crazy now? Don't you go out there going crazy, bro?
No. That was it. But yeah, man, the way we are, matter of fact, just right in the house. I got my notepad right here. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the way black men have been taught to feel like men, not function, and we haven't been taught the knowledge of how to build as men because, like I said before, we have aggression. We're taught to feel aggression. That's why we have all this confrontation. That's why all we do is argue with each other in barbershops, online. All you gotta do is go on World Star Hip Hop and just go into the comment section. It'll be white people going, there's niggas they can argue with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then that aggression leads to the violence. That's why we have so many. But that's why you see so much fight. That's why you see kids fighting each other, adults damn near playing bullshit referee, bullshit Mr. Miyagi. You know what I'm saying? And it's worse than just fighting. It's worse than just fighting because they're jumping each other. We won. Like I said, it's the fucking NWA, NWO, D-Generation X out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, telling the truth on that one, brother.
And worse than just fighting, because of the level of violence, it damn near turns into fucking modern warfare. AKs and banana clips and shit.
You know what?
You know what
a lot of people think
wait.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's not done.
One more. Let me preach.
Well, go ahead then. Go ahead then.
The same way black men walk around feeling like, imagine any man doing what they feel like doing. Imagine that shit.
Now, worse than imagine, realize that's the black community. It's a bunch of black men taught to do what they feel, not what they need to know, not how they were biologically designed to function as. Because the same way you got the lust, like I was saying earlier, they gang raping little girls on Facebook Live. Pregnancy all over the place, HIV all over the place, Maury Povich all over the damn place.
Tell it.
And then to top it off, all of that is topped off with the pride. Because we can't admit this shit is fucking wrong.
Preach.
Exactly.
Preach.
What did I say earlier on, Conway? What did you hear me say earlier?
We can't admit none of that shit's fucking happening. Like I said,
what did I say earlier?
I'm blocked on Facebook right the fuck now because I said, yo, this shit is bullshit. Everybody else need to share it, and yo, this is lit, and all that dumb shit. But I thought, yo, this right here on video is fucked up. Yo, this right there on video, that's fucked up. My black ass blocked. That's bullshit.
What was the thing that I said earlier on when I jumped on Conway? Doing wrong gets praised, but doing right gets shamed. In this case, you did the right thing by saying that this situation is fouled up. You know, I don't curse. But at the same time, though, if you were to put something from World Star Hip Hop on there, it's going to stay up there until Kingdom Come.
Yep.
Y'all don't hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, let me say something real quick. I was taking my notes while Kelly was going on. The thing about Kelly that's so ill is that if you ever saw Shahrazad, I'm about to compare Kelly Pope to Shahrazad Ali. Let me break it down. Kelly, all right, Shahrazad Ali went on all the talk shows, and she had facts. But all they wanted to know is, where. If you ever watch the show, they're just like, where are you getting your data? Where are you getting your info? Where are you getting whatever the fuck else? They come up to Kelly, they'll probably ask the exact same shit. Not caring about not caring about what she's saying, how factual it is, how important we all need to realize it. They're going to be like, well, how do you know? How do you know? Because you sound white, not knowing she done been through all kinds of nigger shit.
Yep.
And survived it, and her kids are here because of it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Preach.
That's preach.
Preach.
Exactly. Preach, bro. Preach.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Ponway, appreciate it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me and you probably need to do a one-on-one too, bro, because you speaking a whole lot of facts too, brother. So we probably need to do a real talk session.
I'm just here to contribute, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, wherever you on here for, brother. Hey, I appreciate it. Speak your mind, man. Speak your mind. But let me bring Michigan in, man. And probably after that, man, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. But Ponway, appreciate you, bro. We definitely gotta do it again, bro.
Like I said, when you're doing it, let me know. I'll come on live.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Appreciate it.
All right.
That's a brother with passion right there.
Yeah.
That's a brother
with
passion like that, and we need more black brothers like him to speak on issues of the world the way that he does. Cause he's right. He's right.
Yes.
We got the voice, but a lot of us don't want to use the voice because either we ashamed or, like some of y'all said, the snitching technique shit. We don't want to use the voice. Do you know if we came out this bullshit about snitching, how many lives could be saved?
I was thinking the same exact thing.
How many lives?
A lot of lives could be saved.
How many lives could be saved? If you see some idiots doing something wrong in your neighborhood, why the hell would you not want to call the police and tell them, I'm finna start now, bro. I'm finna start now. Can I do it?
Hell yeah.
Can I preach? Can I do it?
I mean, right. Call the law.
Can I preach?
Come on now.
How is it you see some idiots, some imbeciles, doing all this dirty shit in the streets, and like you said, you praise it. That's a real nigga right there. That's a killer right there. What? You want to hang around killers? This is the crowd you want? Somebody who a killer? Somebody who claimed they're a killer? Yeah, that's a real nigga right there. That's a real nigga right there. He a killer.
Yeah, he can say that, but at the same time, that same real nigga that you talking about, excuse my friends, can kill you just like he can kill anybody else.
But hold on, DJ.
You don't hear me?
Hold on, but we don't never hear nobody say, hey, that's a real nigga, man, because he getting his college education. That's a real nigga because he making him a little paper. That's a real nigga because he got married to a good woman. That's a real nigga because he raising a family. We don't think that's real. That's not, boy, don't get me started preaching. We don't never think that's real. We think that's uncivilized.
They don't think that way. Right.
A lot of us think that's uncivilized to get married, to raise a family, to do your thing, to get out the hood, get out the thug life. Stop fucking with these whores out here that don't mean a goddamn thing to you.
Period.
Have your own shit,
Have your
period.
own.
Boy, you start me preaching again. We don't praise that shit, brother. We don't.
Nope.
We don't praise that shit. Can I keep going, bro? Can I keep going?
Keep preaching.
We don't praise that shit. But if I'm out here fucking every Susie, Mary, Quee, Shay, Poo Bear, Peaches, if I stuck my dick in every last one of them, they'll tell me I'm a real man. Big bro getting pussy. Hell yeah. He got the bad bitches. But if I was to go get married to somebody with a name, Rachel, Mary, Samantha, Lisa, common names that you probably don't hear that's not hood. But if I find somebody with them names and get married to them and they my sweethearts, I don't get praise for that. Y'all don't hear me?
Nope.
I don't get praise for that.
Nope.
I don't get praise with me and Mary and Lisa, Joe, whatever. We come together, make money. I don't get praise if me and this woman handle our business and have a beautiful baby like Kelly and Mr. Pope did. We don't get praise for that shit. We don't get praise for that. I'm bored. Let me drop. Do I need to drop this mic? Do I need to drop it?
Drop the mic. Go ahead and drop the mic.
Do I need to drop the mic?
Drop the mic.
Or do I need to do like James Brown, kiss myself? Hey! Yeah. I sit back and kiss myself. Right. And it doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Kelly is a married woman.
Yes.
Just had a newborn. And
Yes.
for what it sounds like, this man beside her is supporting her. He's sitting back listening to the show. He said he enjoying what he's hearing. That's an honor to me. That's an honor to me. That's an honor to me, man.
That's an honor, yeah.
That's a milestone. That's a milestone.
Yeah, we got to get him in here. Got to get him in.
I'm finna get him here. He on the line. I'm finna get him here in a minute.
Bring him in.
But you got me preaching, though, bro. You got me preaching, know what I'm saying? You got me preaching,
We'll
though,
go
bro.
on
You got me preaching, though, bro.
Break it down then.
Break it down.
Break it down.
Break it down. They don't get praise for that. Hey, as a matter of fact, Kelly, last I heard, she get backlash for her opinions about the black women in the community. And that's all it is, just her opinion. It's just her opinion.
Yeah. And the sad part is she's telling the God's honest truth, but they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear it. Why is that? Because all of us have said the same exact thing. It's a false sense of pride. It's a false sense of entitlement. Everybody thinks that, being a thug is the real thing. Everything, they want to praise being a thug. They want to praise being someone who can kill somebody. Well, one thing is they don't think that they can get killed themselves.
Absolutely.
And we got these 12-year-olds shooting at police, but yet now they're gonna be spending a lot of time away to where we don't know how long it's going to be. But yet, one of them talking about, I love you, mama. Well, you didn't love your mama enough to stay out of trouble, son.
Preach.
Don't hear me.
Preach.
I mean, where's your daddy's at? Where's your father's at in this case too? You don't want to get me started on that.
My man Ponway said he hoped he helped out today. Then he said he glad to be on. Brother, I mean, you don't have to hope that you helped out. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that you came on here and want to give your voice. It's the fact that you came on and want to give your voice, bro. So I don't think it's about you helping us. You kind of helped yourself for speaking on the shit that we talking about. Because I know it's fucked up out here. DJ know it's fucked up out here. Even you know it's fucked up out here.
Yeah.
So,
yes,
brother,
sir.
I mean, what can I say? You did a swell job. You spoke your mind.
Absolutely.
And let me tell everybody this. If y'all get on the phone, stop saying y'all sorry for saying stuff. Stop saying you sorry. Speak your mind. Don't say pardon my French. Speak your fucking mind. Because that's what this is about. Amen.
Yeah, because if anything, that's going to help everybody. Everybody can come here and feel welcome. They can feel safe. They can say whatever it is they need to. It's just some of us probably don't say certain things because DJ don't curse that much unless he's really upset.
That's why he says pardon his language. But other than that, though, that's what you got to say it and speak on, because you have your own mind, just like DJ has his own mind, Chris has his own mind, or whoever else is on the line. The thing is, though, you don't have to be like us. Be yourself. That's what this is for. This is a spot where you are not going to be judged.
Absolutely.
When we preach, you're not being judged. If you're doing something that we're talking about, you can change it. But we still going to love you regardless.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me go and bring Michigan in, man. And I see Joe picture to pop back up, so maybe she want to call in and say a few things. They should be listening. Man, y'all show us some love, man. Y'all showing us much love, man. We got some good likes. We got good shares. Hey, y'all show us some love, man. Throw us some thumbs up in them hearts out there. I love seeing that shit floating on the screen. I love when it floats. Float on. I love seeing it. Float on, float on.
Ah, man. You can always bring that song out at any time, boy.
Yeah, man. So y'all let them thumbs up and stuff flow. The thumbs up and hearts and stuff flow back. I'm bringing Michigan up here.
Yes.
Hello?
Michigan, you unmuted.
Hello?
This you, Mr.
Hello?
Pope? This you, Pope?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Oh, what's going on, brother? What's going
Mr.
on?
Pope? Congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Glad
you
you're
too,
here.
Thank you very much.
But
all
right.
right.
Go ahead, man.
What do you have to contribute to this
Yeah, you got the flow, man. Talk about whatever. Talk about whatever.
Oh, man, there's so much you guys said. I was over here getting fired up, man.
Yeah, that's what it's all about,
I don't even know where to start.
Bro. The floor is yours, bro.
The floor is yours, bro. Start whatever you want to. The floor is yours, bro.
All right, so to touch on something I just heard one of you guys said about statistics and like bringing about my wife and someone else, and if they're going on a show, how they would talk about the facts and whatnot, right? Mm-hmm. And I was actually just having a conversation with some chick talking to me about the gender pay gap not too long ago.
Right.
And I was talking about how those things aren't really all that factual, because 30% of men is not the same as 30% of women,
Mm-hmm. Right.
And how if it doesn't matter how the chart looks, the percentage doesn't always match up to the numbers, So you can say that white people do the same, 30% of white people do the same as 30% of black people. The numbers and the actual amounts are way different if you really look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, man, that was just one thing, but you guys talked about so freaking much. I don't even know where to start.
Okay, well, I tell you what, let me
let
me see what I can help you out then. Okay, I don't know when did you actually come to the show, but the first thing I talked about was about the woman saying she didn't want her kids anymore and told his kids she didn't want them anymore and dropped them off to the department or whatnot. You as a black man, we heard your wife, but you as a black man, how do you feel about that?
It's crazy to me. I agree with almost everything my wife says. It's just unfathomable to me because of the position of where I'm at in life. But if I can understand it, but being the person I am, I can't really condone it that much either. Because as a father, as a parent in general, I love my children so much, regardless of myself, But I don't know. I'm more so happy that if she did, give away that, at least that's a positive thing that happened from whatever that is,
Right.
Yes.
Right. So I said I think she should do some jail time. If I heard Kelly right, she said she don't think that's going to help. And when she made a good argument, it probably won't help, because at the end of the day, I guess when she get out of jail, she's still going to feel the same way. And still probably going to find some way to, I guess, get rid of them. But I say I think she should do something. Something should be done to her. If not the jail time, at least, if not the jail time, at least she should be forced to have a tube tied.
Yeah, it should be, wherever she is, someone should know, who she is and what, it should be on like some sort of record on her, Like you shouldn't be able to just, especially it'd be one thing if it was just one kid, but like I think you said 2, 3 kids.
Yeah,
I guess 3.
That's a lot of kids way down the line to just up and then
that's
give them up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 12, 14, and 6. I mean, what happened to make you want to give up now? What really happened? And I hope it ain't over no man.
I doubt it, but at the same time, you already know that's going to be the blame.
It wouldn't
that's going to be the
it wouldn't
number
be
one blame.
surprising if it was.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. And I think a lot of us are idiots. That if we do hear a woman say she don't want her kids, we'll pounce on that and encourage her to get rid of her kids. I think we are idiots like that. And if a man sit up there and talk a woman into doing something like that, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. Because
Absolutely. In fact, they probably just use that as another example of why women should have or be with the children as opposed to the man,
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Ladies, let me tell y'all something. Let me put this damn keyboard down. Because I'm going to start talking. Let me put this damn keyboard down. This one thing that I hate about a lot of y'all. I don't know what kind of game these dudes got. And I'm looking at the camera talking to you lady. I'm talking to you white and black. I don't know what kind of game these guys got, boy. Let me say this. Whatever game they got, they need to teach it to me. Whatever game they got, they need to teach it to me. Because I don't see how...
You got to explain this one correctly.
Right. I don't see how a thug or a dude who is showing that he ain't trying to do shit get all the fine women, get all the weed, get all the pussy in the world, and he can actually talk you into doing shit to get you fucked up. And you can have a clean record. But you bring this idiot in your life and just fuck up everything you got. And it even saddens me for you, the ones who got their shit together. I done heard so many stories of women going to school, getting their education, like they said back in the day, education, and let these nothing Negroes come in, and I guess the dick's so good, you start failing in school. Then I come and ask you what happened in school. Well, it just got kind of hard, so I just took a break. You ain't never said that before. You ain't never said that before. You got a man in your life? Yeah, that's why you saying that. That's why you saying that.
Yeah, that's what's acceptable in this day and age now, for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We can tell all the stories.
For whatever reason, in the quote-unquote black community, that's, we see that every day, for whatever reason.
Yes,
absolutely.
sir.
Absolutely.
And furthermore, speaking, because what I really wanted to say which made me really want to get on the call, is that I understand when people do say the black community, for, like a lack of better terms, but for the longest time, I've always said that the black community does not exist. Like, I don't even know.
You're right about that. You're right.
Like, I can see if we're talking about in the 60s or the 70s, absolutely, during when everything was going on, the black community, absolutely, it does exist.
Right. Yeah.
But me, I'm, 24, 25, when I was 14, 15, even now, obviously, there's no black community. That doesn't exist.
No.
There's no group of black people in whatever, section of Detroit I'm in that, there's no neighborhood watch in the hoods.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
If that would be more so the black community, you know what I'm saying? But you see neighborhood watch like that in nicer areas.
I would start believing, I agree with you, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, I do think there is a black community, but people just scared to do good. They think they're going to get ridiculed.
I done told you about that.
Yeah, I think that a lot of them feel like they're going to get ridiculed for doing good. And that's the stupidest shit that I've ever seen. Because think about it.
True.
Think about it. Think about this, Brother Pope. Think about this. And you too, DJ. Think about this. When we doing something good and we think nobody notice it, why do we do this? We don't nobody notice it, or we think nobody don't notice it. They praise us for what we doing. And once we get praised, we stop what we doing good. I'm getting to that. I can speak on I'm getting to that. I could be doing something good like right now. I could think that nobody noticing what I'm doing. But as soon as somebody give me praise, about what I'm doing, then for some reason I stopped doing what I got praised for. And they asked me, why did you stop? Oh no. I don't know. Just like football. I still kick myself in the ass today about football when football season stopped. I wanted to play football so bad. When I got the opportunity, I loved it. One thing happened, and I left it. And to this day, man, I mean, I regret that I did that because I could have been a hell of a football player. But I got lazy, want to be with the clowns. I want to be a class clown. I want to check, roasting people. I wanted to do all that instead of getting out there and making something of myself. And had the honey dips. They were looking at me because I was on the football team. I had the honey dips.
Which they all do.
Yeah, I had the honey dips.
I understand that, but what you're more so talking is more so that's more so individual as opposed to community.
Right.
That's more so your own thinking, your own feeling as opposed to a community. In a community, everyone is of a like mind going towards a single goal. There is no white community. You know, you can never say there's, you know, stereotypical things that white people, quote unquote, do or don't do or, you know, stuff like that. But white people themselves don't go around saying, well, we of the white community or we of the white whatever, because that doesn't exist. You know, a white person in Michigan and Texas and, you know, the East and West Coast are totally different, you know? Black people eliminate individualism for their own selves and just lump everyone in as a black community. Yeah. Like, I'm a part of these, you know, see these different groups like these, the Afro-punk, like the black transgenders or whatever. I'm not in the same community as that guy. He's totally different. He has a different individual path than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I can't sympathize. I can learn to understand, but as opposed to as a community, we aren't the same.
Absolutely.
Because there's no, like, looking around, there's no path for black people, especially in like the community I grew up in or the street I grew up in. Right. You know, when I moved over there, it was nice, but over time, you know, I started seeing a lot more hood dudes show up and more vacant houses and everything like that. Right. So where does the black community start and stop? You know, the black community can't be just a thing that is when we want it to be positive and not when it's negative, when it's mostly negative because there's so many little black people, but only the worst of the worst are shown, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Brother Pope, why you think we got so much negativity in our race, man? Why you think we got? I'm just curious in your thoughts. Why you think we got so much negativity?
I mean, it's a mix of everything, you know, like the same stuff we all talk about, single mothers. You know, you can blame TV and music and all sort of stuff like that. But well, I feel like down to everything, it's down to parenting. Mm-hmm. No matter what we look at, no matter, you know, if we're talking about white people, black people, whatever, we can always look straight to the parenting.
Okay.
Personally, sometimes, you know, there are some rare cases where perfect home and somebody just, you know, the kid just grew up and wanted to eat people. Okay, that's a rare occasion. But when there's a complete lack of upbringing, then it leaves more window for everything else.
Right.
Like me and my wife, we have a similar upbringing, but kind of different. I grew up without a father. So I identify with a lot of stuff, you know, that, you know, the typical black, you know, kid, single father, all that shit. But at the same time, it's when I look at me, myself, I always say that no matter who I was born with or if I was a male or female, white or black, I would always be me. Because that's how I keep myself sane, you know?
Right.
Because I believe in individualism before all this black community, because it's kind of shallow and it's superficial, especially when I see people my age talk about stuff like that, like, oh, the black community, Black Lives Matter, stuff like that. I understand it, but at the same time, when we're listening to people like, and, you know, I really love music, but when we're listening to people like Future, Migos, and shit like that, you know, it doesn't match up, you know?
Nope, sure don't.
Like, you can't be listening to fucking dudes talking about, you know, killing the next dude on the block, and then you say, you know, hey, all black people are nice, loving people.
No.
Well, that doesn't match up.
No.
You know?
Exactly.
Like
It doesn't
when
match up at all.
at a certain point in time in my life when I was, going to church and church all the time, it affected me. I wish I could get back to that, but you don't want to do particular things. You don't want to listen to particular music. You don't want stuff around you if you're going towards that goal. Which is why I say there's no black community, because if there's a community, the community works for a specific goal. Everyone of the community should be like-minded. But you can't be a gangbanger, a pastor, a stripper, an all-star student in the same damn house. Now we have to look at why is it like that? Why isn't everyone on the same accord?
Right.
Because there is no same accord, because they're individuals who just choose to do completely different shit.
Right. Exactly. So let me ask you this right here. Me and Kelly was talking about this fight situation, and I think we were somewhat on the same page, but I think she had a different perspective of it. I still stand my ground on it. I look at it as a double-edged sword. Hey, you are adding to the destruction of the community, but at the same time, going by how I grew up, you don't want your son just having people running all over him.
Right?
And who's to say that this other young brother was fucking with him? So because like I said, when I grew up, that we couldn't go back in the house and we kept running for bullets. I mean, it's almost like they throwing us back out to the wolves. So you finna get your ass whooped either way it go. You finna get your ass whooped by the bully, or you finna get your ass whooped by your folks. Now, which one is the worst? And I think the one you get from your folks is the worst. The one you get from your folks is the worst. Because right, the one for your folks is the worst. But maybe you got a different opinion on this too, man. I didn't even play the whole video, but I think Kelly said she's seen this video before, so you heard me and her talking about this. So if you got a perspective on it, tell me your perspective on it.
Oh man, a few things. I didn't see the video myself, so I'm only going off what you're describing it as. But at the same time, when it comes to me and my wife, we don't 100% agree. Like, all we do is debate each other and talk all day long.
That's cool.
Like,
That's
she
cool.
feels
That's cool.
Her whole thing is, about the black people, black community. I'm not really so much about that. I like to think about like everything. So we're always going back and forth, which is why I didn't want to get in the call while she was talking, because I love my wife, I respect her, and I like to let her talk, and I like to listen when she does talk. Okay. But
well done.
As far as the fighting thing, oh man, when I was younger, my grandma was really into fighting. Like, my mom tells me all the time, if my grandma was in this, young in this day and age, she'd be like a fucking professional fighter. So I remember my grandma trying to teach me how to box when I was younger. And my grandma is totally different from my mom. My mom kept me really sheltered. So I wasn't, I have a lot of the ways that I think, not because my mom taught me to think that way, but because I was just already in that environment and was super fucking ignorant to the world as a kid. But as far as fighting, oh man, I would never. I don't know, because I will always want my kids to. At least my son. I never think about like my daughters fighting. That'd be like crazy. But as far as my son, I don't see why kids aren't taught how to fight. Like not like street fighting, like martial arts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the martial arts or boxing.
But like, as far as like fighting out in the streets, I can understand it, but I would never be like, oh, you got your ass kicked, I'm gonna kick your ass. That's kind of, counterintuitive to the whole thing,
Right.
If he's supposed to learn to not get his ass kicked, he's gonna kick his ass again. He's not learning,
Right, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You just send him up for another one right after.
Mm-hmm.
Give him another L after he just took the first one. So
Okay.
I think, and again, that goes back to parenting. If you're living in an area where your kid might have to fight some other kid, I think you should be already teach your kid, how to fight properly.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
especially when it goes into like fighting out here in the streets, there's so much emotion involved more than there's actual fighting.
Logic.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Preach.
Like they're just going at it, being it's more feminine fighting than it is, like actual fighting. And I think
somebody brought that up. I forgot who it was. Somebody actually
wow.
brought that
And
up.
I think when you were talking to my wife, it was the mom encouraging her kid to fight.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's my because my wife, that's like Kelly, trying to tell my son to fight. That's freaking crazy. That's not. I believe, in that everyone has their place. Like, I do believe there's a man's place, and I do believe there's a woman's place. And I don't think, if, single parent, then, hey, I guess that's, her own little issue to take care of. But as far as fighting, if I don't think a woman should be teaching a little boy how to fight or be encouraging it, because that's already setting him up for disaster, personally,
I agree.
Man,
because then that same boy will grow up, and then they'll throw labels at him like toxic masculinity, shit like that. When most of the people who are talking about toxic masculinity are females.
Exactly.
Yep.
And you just gave me something.
Yep.
You just gave me something to think about, bro. And I'm glad you just said that, because think about this. Depending on how much you putting this pressure on him, if you telling him don't let nobody fuck with you, including the female, in his mind or her mind, you said don't let nobody fuck with me. You said you didn't tell me I had the limitations. So this man could grow up not only whooping on dudes, but whooping on women too. Because all he know is fighting. All he know is fighting. My mama said, "Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me." Like Mystical, "Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me." Like Mystical, don't fuck with me. So,
they aren't taught like.
Cause we're a long way from the 80s, bro. We a long way from the 80s. We long
Black
way from
people,
the 80s.
they'll tell you something, but there's no real definition to it.
Absolutely.
And I remember you guys were talking about, the pride in the black community and stuff like that. Black people are always talking about, don't fuck with me, I'm not someone to fuck with. I'm hard, I'm strong, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, well, when do you start and when do you stop? Where's the limitation? There's no rules, there's no regulation. So you're wondering why we got guys flipping out, working at McDonald's, breaking every fucking thing. Well, he's just doing what he was fucking told to do. He was told how to be. He's hard. He's crazy. Ain't nobody to fuck with. So even at work, who cares,
Right.
So better parenting, better instruction. That's what needs to be done.
Absolutely.
But me, I would never tell my son to fight, especially because I don't like to say I'm real, but I'm pretty well grounded in fucking reality. If I knew what my son's tools were, and I know he's not like the best fighter, I'm not gonna put him in a situation ever to be around people who might have to fight, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if your kid has to fight every damn day of their lives, he should know how to fight. You should teach him. He should be at least a judo expert at the age of 6 or something. If he's got to fight his way from the freaking corner to home, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
That's a little bit much like right. I'm not necessarily condoning, children fighting, but if you are, at least have them do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's
like
my biggest thing. If you're gonna do stupid stuff, at least know how to do it right.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
And that's the best shit I done heard since this show been on. And we probably been over 3 hours or 4. I don't give a fuck because this show is good. I wish I knew how to edit video because I break it down into 2 parts. So I may just keep this on the Facebook.
Yeah, you can apply that to anything. If you're gonna be a gangbanger out here, at least be a good shot. Know how to do everything. Don't just be.
That's probably why the show probably acting up and why people coming in and out. But it was about time me to close it down anyway. Brother Pope, we got to do this again, brother. We definitely got to do this again, man. You and your wife, I wish I
absolutely we will. I'll be on here a lot more often when I'm not working.
That's what's up, bro. And I like Chris said, Michelle.
Come back through, brother.
I like Chris said, Michelle. Man, I'm wishing you and your wife a couple of forevers, bro. Y'all some good people.
Amen.
Y'all some good people.
Amen.
Bro.
And plus, one last thing to Ellen and to Kelly. Always remember to train up those children in the way that they should go, so that once they get older, they will not depart from it. Y'all teach them well, because we're counting on you guys, because y'all guys are setting a good example.
Absolutely.
A good man and a good woman that comes together and do the things that need to be done. That speaks volumes, man. Much love to y'all guys.
Much love to you.
Absolutely.
Brother.
I'm a deep believer in that. I always talk to my wife about, the only way for us to teach our children how to be is if instead of telling them what to be, we are what we would want them to be. You
Amen.
know?
Exactly.
I can't tell my kids to follow their dreams if I never do. We say that all the time, even right now, which is why we do a lot of stuff we do.
Amen.
Even, on this call, especially in this age where, Facebook, you keep your memories, you can have access to, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Who we are right now, what we're doing right now, our kids are going to see that, and that's way more important.
Right.
They're either going to follow that or absolutely reject that. So,
yes.
Absolutely. Well, brother, y'all take care of that baby, man. You got a handsome boy, and I enjoy both of y'all, man. This has been an honor for me, man, to talk to both of y'all, man. So this is an honor for me, brother. And like I said, I can't wait to talk to y'all again, man.
Absolutely. All right. Take care.
You take care, brother.
Take care, man. Good night. Have a good night. Bless you.
Man, how about that, brother?
Man, this was a long call, but it was
but it was worth it, though. It was worth it, though.
Yeah, man.
It was worth it. It was worth it, man. That's what's up. That's all I can say, man. That's what's up, brother. That's what's up. We had a husband and a wife that called in.
Yes.
And both of them speak with common sense to be a young couple.
Yeah. Yes.
Touches me. That touches me. And I wish we could hear that a lot more.
Yes. I agree.
That brother seems to be well-mannered.
Oh,
He speaks highly well.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if his dad was in his life, though. I'm going to let him say his dad was in his life.
I believe he was in his life, but then again, he might have left at maybe a much older age, probably when he matured a lot more, because he sounds very, very mature for his age, and he's only 24 years old.
Absolutely.
So apparently, I think Pops was in his life, but he probably left a little bit later on in life, I suppose.
Absolutely. Y'all, for y'all who probably lost the show, it probably dropped because I just looked up and see I got some frame drops, but look like it's back up now. Josetta says she's finna get ready to call. Josetta, you got my private number, boo. You got my number, Joe. Just call the number. I'll bring you in. But let's make it quick because I gotta get off of here. But yeah, man, that is so much love, man. This been a damn good show, bro. This probably been one of the best ones I have.
Yeah, absolutely.
This been
it was like good topic. Everybody called in, so you can't ask for anything better, man. Can't ask for anything better.
Yeah, man, can't ask for nothing better than this. Sko Hard in the building. What's up, man? What's up with you? Sko Hard in the building. Man, I'm just blown away, bro.
Wow.
I'm just blown away, bro.
I'm starting to see all our people from the hangouts that's coming over here, which is good too. So that's serious right there.
Well, Julius, for some reason, he won't come over here. He want me to come back to YouTube, but I keep telling him, man, right now on Facebook, right now. I mean, I'm coming back to YouTube, but I want him to understand, man. I mean, you working on some stuff behind the scenes, man, and this one main thing we're trying to work on is get a good, decent call-in number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once we get that straight, then I'll come back to YouTube. So that's why I upload what I do, so y'all can see what we're doing behind the scenes. I mean, I don't know how much I can stress that, but hold on, for those of y'all who didn't see this fight, this might be her right here. Hold on. Yeah, this is her. Hold on. Is this you, Joe?
Yes, it's me.
Hey, Joe.
How's it going?
It's okay. Hold on. Let me merge you in. Yeah, DJ, that's one of our favorite ladies. That's Joe. She's on the line. That's Jazetta.
Bro, she's on the line.
Yeah,
okay.
she's on the
Gotta
line.
bring her in.
We
gotta let her take it on.
We let her take it home. So, Joe, I don't know how much of this you caught, dear, but start whatever you want, but kind of make it kind of snappy because I gotta get up out of here.
Hey. Hi, everybody.
Hey, we doing good, dear. How about you? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm not too long ago getting off from work, but I was listening in, and then while I was driving home, I was listening in to, I really enjoyed all the feedback and the comments.
That's what's up, then. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I at least wanted to wait until I got home because, trying to do it over the cell phone and the signal is good out here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, just, basically about the fighting. Me and my brothers and sisters, we grew up in Boston and in the city, and my parents didn't push the fight thing. He said it, they always told us, if you can avoid a fight, please do so at all costs.
Okay.
And, and if you had to fight, my parents taught us the wolf pack mentality. All y'all asses better be fighting. Because when you're in the city, you're not just fighting that one individual. You have the friends that come and jump in, like how we see on the videos today. But my parents never said, oh, okay, well, this person want to fight you, go outside. They always taught, if you can avoid a fight at all costs, let fighting be your last option. I have seen people get hurt, lose their life, lose eyes and teeth and everything else. And it may be one person that you're fighting, but there are 4 or 5 people waiting to jump you, stab you, hit you with a pole, shoot you. And another thing that I noticed about a lot of these fight videos, you have a lot of spectators. And that was another thing my parents taught again. They say, if you see trouble brewing, go the opposite way.
Amen.
That's how people lose their life.
Amen.
And like Chris said earlier, a bullet has no name on it. Once it is discharged from that firearm, whatever is in its path, that's what it's going to hit. And if you're there trying to get video or trying to get the scoop or be nosy to see who won the fight, that probably will be the last thing you see on this side of the earth. So I tell my daughter, I don't condone fighting. Let that be your last option, but don't get there and get beat up. Now, she doesn't have any brothers and sisters, so she's going to have to be a little smarter. That's when that thinking come in. You know what I'm saying? You got to size your situation up. Fight or flight. Are the odds stacked against me, or do I take a better chance to take off and run?
Exactly.
At least if you run, hey, guess what? I get to live
Joe,
another day, not have
live another day.
Yeah, when do you have more free time? Because I just got a notification that I only got 10 minutes left for the Facebook Live. When is your next off day?
My next off day is Tuesday.
Okay. We probably have to bring you on. Probably just do a show with you. And if Kelly is available, I'll do a show with her. I didn't know you had a time limit, so man, I know this show been good. You know what I'm saying? If I got a sign saying there's 10 minutes left, goddamn, we've been talking our motherfucking ass off. So you say you off Tuesday, so if I get a chance, maybe me and you could do a real talk one-on-one Tuesday, and we could pick up about this. And we'll make that show. We'll make the show probably strictly for you.
Yeah, I'm off Tuesday. Whatever time.
Okay.
Is fine with me.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll probably just come back on Tuesday on the afternoon and get you back on and let you finish up saying what you were saying. Since it's giving me that 10 minutes thing, and maybe I can still squeeze Kelly in Tuesday too, so I can talk about what she said on that post. Cause I got a lot to say about that taking off that condom shit. Cause it's a motherfucker ridiculous. A female was trying to get me to take off a condom while boning. And I'm like, why the fuck would you want me to do that? I don't know who you been fucking. But we'll talk about that on the next show. We'll talk about that next show. Joe, thank you so much, dear. I'm sorry. It's finna cut me off for 10 minutes, dear.
Oh, that's no problem. I'll call again on Tuesday.
Okay, dear. Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right. Take care.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, DJ, this was a damn good show. I'm at the point I don't want it to end. I don't want this shit to end. But I just got notification saying I only got 10 more minutes. So, Thank you to everybody who called in. This has been love. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Mr. Pope. Shout out to Misty. Shout out to Josetta. Special shout out to Pumway. Special shout out to him. Y'all made this show. And y'all audience, y'all the best. Y'all the best. You know, I'm glad to have people like y'all to back us up. And like Anne Marie said earlier, she said, regardless of what, Chris, I'll support you. That mean a lot to me. That mean a lot to me. But I can't just really talk anymore because we're finna get. There you go. Look at all the hearts and the thumbs. That's what's up. Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
But DJ, I probably got 5 more minutes now, man. So I'm gonna let you do your thing, say some final words, man, and take us home, brother.
All right, man. Thanks again to everybody who came into the chat and who was able to call in tonight. We really appreciate you. So with that, let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, once again, thank you. Thank you for this day, and thank you for what you gave to us. But most of all, Lord, thank you for life, for health, and for strength. Thank you, Lord, for all those who called in today and for all those who came into the chat room and chatted with all the topics that we had. But I just pray, Lord, in the name of Jesus, that you'll bless each and every one, Lord, who is represented in the chat and on the phones tonight, Father. Place a hedge of protection around each and every household represented. And most of all, Lord, keep them from harm, from hurt, or any danger. In the name of Jesus. As we close this prayer tonight, once again, Lord, we pray that you will bless Chris Thorne, Lord, for all that he's doing with this chat and that he asked me to be his co-host, Lord. Lord, we just want to thank you for that because without you, this would not be, and that we couldn't do it without you. For all that you do and for all that you've done and have plans to do, we'll be more than careful to give you all praise and honor and glory which you deserve. For we love you, Lord, asking these things. In Jesus' name we pray. Let's say amen.
Amen, brother. Thank you so much. Leon said he's going to be on Tuesday, so that's wonderful, too. We love you, brother. We love you on. You're another passionate brother. Yes. My cousin Memphis Trey said he see me. That's what's up, boy. I see you, too, brother. I see you, too. Other than that, y'all, like I said, man, this been love. I love y'all so much for this. Well, it said I got 5 minutes remaining, so I guess I can run my mouth a little bit more. I love y'all so much for this. It's good to see a black brother trying to come up. Shout out to VA. That video he did is awesome. I think it's awesome. We got to see him perform. Shout out to VA for that. DJC, shout out to you, man, for always making time to come on this shit, man. Know what I'm saying? We 2 black brothers just trying to make it, man. And even we don't get big, man. I think we got something going on here. Even we don't get big. Amen?
Amen.
We still got something going big. I don't know what to say, y'all. I mean, y'all the best. I love y'all. And they still throwing the thumbs up in the hearts. That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Josetta, I love when you call in. I don't know what it is about you, but I just love when you call in. And I cannot wait to talk to Kelly again. Man, I cannot wait. That's love. And I can't wait to talk to Brother Pope again. I can't wait to talk to him again. That's love. I want to talk to every last one of y'all. I really do. And I'm hoping these people who calling in is giving y'all inspiration to call in. You know? And Paulway, you too, bro. I can't wait to talk to you again, bro. I can't wait. But in that, though, salute to y'all. Y'all take care. Tomorrow is Monday. I hate Mondays, but it's coming. Yeah, tomorrow is Monday. Yeah. So, y'all get y'all rest tonight, man. Y'all go out tonight. Please be careful. Especially with these kids, man. Y'all watch out for y'all kids, man. Y'all be careful who y'all bring around y'all kids. Please be careful. Because I'm tired of getting these stories about these kids getting fucked everywhere they go. Because that's what's going on. They're getting fucked everywhere they go. It's going to get to the point now they not going to have nobody to turn to. Preach. So, yeah, especially for them kids. Skip said he need to call in. Well, come on, bro. When we do it again, come on then. But in there, y'all take care of yourself and each other. Catch y'all next video. Catch y'all next podcast. Catch y'all whenever. You want to join Team Chris? You know where to find it. We'd be glad to have you. Other than that, again, like Don Cornelius said, peace, love, and soul. I love y'all. Y'all take care.
Be careful out there, everybody. God bless you.
A lot of people treat YouTube like it's their life, so you know what I mean, hey, you know, you like it, I love it. But like I always say, this shit is programming, y'all. What I say, y'all, on my streams, for y'all who watch me and for y'all who follow me. Programming.
Shout it,
Television. Programming. Facebook. Programming. Twitter. Programming. Instagram. Programming. Television. Programming. Facebook. Snapchat. Programming. Twitter.